Hello and welcome back to the Canceled Podcast. I am so excited for today. We have Bunnie and Jelly Roll.
This is an iconic duo.
This is really cool, man.
Yeah.
I think this is only the second time we've ever done one together.
Really?
Yeah. I told you we don't do them together a lot. Like he'll come on my podcast, but he's like a podcast host, so he goes on everybody's podcast, so it's not special
Big
anymore.
podcast
Do you get tired of it?
No, because I kind of have a rule. I only do it with friends.
Oh, I love that.
Or like people that I'm like super a fan of. So
we're kind of doing
which
that
is kind
too.
of which is why I was waiting until the camera's rolling to give y'all's flowers. We're huge fans of the pod.
Yeah.
I see y'all on my feed all the time.
Oh, are you
But
kidding
the
me?
biggest thing I want to tell you first was I was telling my wife this story that you posted my song "Son of a Sinner" like 18 months ago.
It is my favorite
song. It had just
ever.
came out. It hadn't been out a long time, and all you said was, "I don't know what era it is, but I'm glad I'm in this one," or something really cool. And full disclosure, I wasn't fully hip to the Tana train yet.
We're still trying to figure out how to pronaunce your name. I say Mongeau.
Mojo.
So it's Mojo.
But you can say whatever the fuck
What were you
want.
saying last night?
Mongeau. That's how country I am.
Babe, it's not Montague.
Because I was all excited. I was like, some girl named Tana Mongeau posted my stuff. And but the thank you is because people post your stuff and it means a lot. It's always flattering. But every now and then somebody posts it and you feel a wave. And you're like, I don't know who the fuck follows this person, but I just got a whole new influx. And I felt that the day you posted that. Like so many people showed up on my shit out of nowhere.
That's how
And I just want to
for the
thank
first
you for
time
that.
too.
That's really cool. Like, I don't know if you know the power you have, but even something that simple, like
That is
especially
so
at that point of where that
sweet.
record was in my career, like it was an extra little push I needed, and I
It
appreciate
is.
that.
I listen to it all the time. It's such
I
a
listened to
fucking
it on the
great
way
song.
here. I was like, ah.
It's funny because my ex-boyfriend actually put me onto your music, and I had to like do a whole thing where I like had
Which
to
ex?
listen
We gotta
again
ask.
and not associate your music with him. I was like, you can't ruin Jelly Roll for
Yes,
me.
thank
Like,
you.
Wait, which ex was it?
he lives in Vegas.
Okay.
And
All right.
I dated him like a year ago. You guys live in Vegas too.
Yeah, we have a house out in Vegas.
But you said your house flooded?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
We're at
touchy
the
subject.
Grammys. We're at the fucking Grammys. And I get this phone call from one of our security that goes and checks our houses out there. And fucking he's like, Bunnie, something really bad's happening right now. And I'm like, what the fuck's going on? And I'm literally like in hair and makeup getting ready for the Grammys. And he's like, the house is flooding. And I'm like, I'm thinking like, okay, maybe like a room. Second story down to the fucking kitchen downstairs, the entire kitchen, pantry, everything just flooded.
Is it unlivable now?
on that side of the house? Yes.
Oh no.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
so funny because it's like you think that, you know, when shit blows up, that life is just gonna be like so
Easy.
different. And it's
Yeah.
like that is just such a true testament. Like you're getting ready for the Grammys
Yeah.
and your house is fucking
Literally.
flooding. Like
yeah. And he's like so out of it. Like he's like, I don't care, just whatever, handle it, you know? So I just like, and then so finally I just passed it off to Mimi. I'm like, I can't handle this shit. I'm like, you just fucking handle it for me, please.
completely.
Yeah.
What made you guys want to live in Vegas?
Well, I grew up in Vegas. I'm from Vegas. So I moved to Vegas when I was 5 and grew up there from Houston.
Oh,
Yeah, me
okay.
an
So
old
here
West
I am
Coast
looking like a
woman.
fake fan, fucking stupid asshole. I didn't know that. I thought you guys,
You're
I
good.
thought you grew up in Tennessee.
No, that's him. He's a Tennessee boy. No.
I didn't know
I'm
that.
a West Coast girl. through
Where
and
in
through.
Vegas?
We drafted her. You know what I'm saying? We drafted her. She's in Tennessee now.
Yeah, I'm playing for the team now.
I like that though. It's more wholesome over there.
I grew up on the east side. So
Really?
east side? Yeah.
We
I grew
literally
up on
are
the east side.
twins.
Did you grow up on the east side?
No, I grew up in Henderson.
Oh, okay, okay.
But I mean,
so
still,
you were
that's just
slightly privileged. I was slumming it with all the in the hood down there with the state streets that were in the
It's
fucking
so
like
fucking-
the names. What is it like the alphabet streets?
You know, I've noticed that every city has a neighborhood like that.
Yeah,
and they
where
all
it's all
name
that-
it something different.
alphabet streets.
In West Nashville, we call it the Nations.
Yeah, we lived out
Yeah.
there.
Remember, it's like Tennessee Drive.
Why did we live
Alabama
out there?
Parkway. It's like all named after states.
Why did we move
Kentucky,
to the hood?
Kentucky Court.
What did we move out there?
It's so white trash.
That's so crazy though. Do you guys think you're gonna get a place anywhere else, or do you like the Nashville and Vegas combo?
I mean, we're down.
I love Austin.
Yeah, we're down for whatever.
I love Austin.
love
We were just
Austin.
there.
I love
Yeah.
the culture that Rogan and them have built at the mothership.
Yeah.
It's my favorite bar in America now.
Yeah.
It's at Mitzi's. I swear it's the spot. And I was telling her we're heading to Austin this week, and I think we're spending like 6 days there because we're doing
We're gonna watch the eclipse out there together.
yeah.
Oh, how cool.
Yeah.
So excited.
Like the moon?
Yeah. I love
That's how,
Tana.
that is how it goes, yes.
I love Tana. She's like
Like
dumbass.
that's cool.
The last eclipse
This
we were
is our
together.
second eclipse together.
Yeah,
That's
so it's kind
cute.
of like, but they say for relationships to survive eclipses is like profound. So,
No.
yeah.
Oh, I'm
it's-
scared.
No,
Really?
you're,
Wait,
dude, I'm so excited for you. What's his name?
Makoa.
Makoa. You guys are so cute. Dude.
It's so nice. I feel like I've been
Yeah,
saying this all
everyone's
week
happy.
that
Poor
Brooke,
Brooke.
you can join us.
I know, I'm like,
That's
God.
the dream.
I'm not kidding. Right before you guys got here, I was like going through your whole TikTok and I saw your post about how you guys had broken up in 2018 or whatever. And I'm like,
Yeah.
if they can, I'm like, I have all this false hope now
Yeah.
about like breakups that I've
You
had.
guys-
And I'm like, that's just not the same thing.
No,
you
no,
guys
but it
have survived
happens.
everything though, and it's so
Yeah.
fucking cool to see. How long have you been together?
Almost 8-9 years now.
God, you guys are the couple.
Creeping on a decade,
Oh,
baby.
I love you guys. But honestly, that's why I'm honest about the hardships that we've had. It's not to like bring stuff up or like resurface shit. It's to tell people like, dude, real relationships take fucking work, dude. Everything's
So
not fucking
much.
butterflies and rainbows all the fucking time, you know?
Yeah.
Like that shit takes work. It's grit. Like you're gonna fight. You're gonna hate each other. There's some days we wake up and we don't even want to talk to each other.
Yeah.
You know, but
I'm
then-
like, that's how our relationship is.
I swear we're a couple. I swear to God, we
You guys are
always
soulmates
talking
for
about it.
sure.
We
We
really
really
are.
are.
You guys bring out the best in each other.
So how did you guys
Thank
meet?
you.
Oh, dude, old school. At
Chip
a
and
bar.
Wales?
At a bar?
Chip and Wales?
Chip and Wales. I thought you were gonna do the Chip and Wales.
Oh, yeah. Should I do my Chip and Wales?
Yeah, I think so.
I always tell people we met at a male strip club. It was a gentleman's club,
Yes.
but it was for fat people.
Oh my
So it was
God, I
called
love Chip and
It was
Wales.
called Chip and Wales. And we worked in reverse. We came out ass naked. And for $50, we're put on a sock. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
For $100,
Honestly,
I'll
that's a
put
really
on boxers.
genius-
That's honestly a genius like business proposal.
I love it.
I think we need to open a
Chip.
Chip
We'll
and
put
Wales.
stock in it if you guys do it.
I'm not fucking
Yeah.
kidding.
Well-
And so what, like, tell me about the first night you met. Like, tell me, I just want to know. I want to know everything.
I was doing a show at a place called the Las Vegas Country Saloon. You remember that old spot? It was like an old second level
shithole.
dive bar on Fremont.
Okay.
She was there with her dude at the time. And
Boo.
yeah.
we don't even need to give him notoriety at all.
But she was
Some
there.
dude I was banging.
It was just an instant connection.
Really?
Yeah, it's like instant. And it was such a connection that I knew somebody that knew them. And after the show, they was like, hey man, they invited us back to their house. And I was like, I think that could only be trouble for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was like, I don't think that's putting me in a compromising place. And then
Yeah.
that guy ended up going to jail or whatever. And she reached out.
Thank God.
I have a type.
Did you call the cops on him?
I have a type. No, but when I met him, it was so weird because I'm not his type. He's not my type. And
You
literally,
always say he's like a Swiftie or some
he
shit.
is. And he likes little brunettes. He likes little brunettes and he likes Taylor Swift. Fucking. And I'm somewhere in the middle of the spectrum, you know? But it was like literally, I felt like, and I've said this forever since we met 2016, like our souls really just recognized each other. It was like, there you are. It was like at peace. And it was weird. I have a video of the first time I met Jay, just recording him like a fucking weirdo. Like I've never done that with anybody
Yeah.
ever. Like I'm way cooler than that, you know? Like I would never just fucking record somebody and be creepy. And I did. And I have the video. And I'm literally next to the dude that I'm with, recording him. And the dude's looking at me like, you know?
That's literally how I feel with Makoa. That's so funny. Like I remember I was literally recording him like a freak.
Yeah.
Like
No.
so funny.
You can tell that he brings you such a peace
It's so
as
nice.
compared to your other relationships. Because I don't know a lot of your story. I don't know any of the drama. Like,
Yeah.
despite what anybody thinks, I'm never in the drama, but I'm in the drama somehow.
Me.
Sorry, I don't
fucking
understand
life.
how it fucking happens.
Story of my, I get dragged into everything.
I don't understand. I just don't understand it. But I don't know like the drama part of you, but I've always kind of followed like just you as a person. And like you seem with Makoa, you seem so much more at peace.
Yeah, and I've been lately. It's like you almost have to like, because innately you want to fight that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if you've always grown up in chaos, like
Yeah.
Right, for sure.
Absolutely.
inside of you want to fight that, and it's
Yeah.
like I notice that it's like a battle. I was just saying that to them. Like I
Yeah.
want to go fucking be reckless right now, and it's like Tana, no.
It's because
Like,
you're not used
That's
to
that
feeling.
little saboteur that's in us, though. We're not used
Yeah.
to being happy.
You're not used to
100%.
So
feeling
when there's a
safe.
happy moment, you think something bad's
Yeah,
around
it
the
feels
corner.
right,
So the
yeah.
little saboteur in you wants to get ahead of it.
Yeah.
That's exactly
Right? That's a
how I
trauma
feel.
trigger. So you're like, you know what? Before this goes south, I'm just going to blow it the fuck up.
Yeah.
That's
know what I
exactly
mean?
how I like.
Yeah.
Even just with touring and everything being so good for us right now. It's like, I have this feeling that like something horrible's around the
Yeah,
corner.
it feels too good to
It's that
be true.
impending doom thing, but it's not. It's not real.
But you
It's
can't.
just
This is your opportunity and your test that the universe is giving you is to break a generational curse and
For
to
sure.
like do the complete opposite of what you normally would do. You know, you just want
That's so true.
Yeah. you just
Like
wanna
I was
embrace it.
posting yesterday talking about how like I just went home and had like a wholesome Easter. Like my best friend's family adopted me, and like I'm so grateful for that. And it's like
Aw.
it really does feel like I'm breaking generations of fucked up holidays and trauma and shit. And it's like
I don't
it's
think you
wild.
realize
listen,
how.
but sorry to cut
Go
you
ahead,
off, but
baby.
just remember that you deserve to be happy.
That's what
Yeah.
I was about to say. I
And
was
that
gonna
is
say,
such a hard concept to wrap your head around. So when you start feeling happy and you've lived a life that's been so fucked up for so long that as soon as you start to get happy, you got to remember that like it took us forever to just understand that we deserved each other.
The first 3 years of our relationship were toxic as fuck.
Really?
We literally fought like cats and dogs. Like we loved each other. We knew the love was there, but we didn't know how to love each other correctly.
Yeah.
You know, and it was like
We'd never seen an example of it.
Yeah.
right?
ever.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
we'd never seen a healthy relationship or affection in a household, or you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was just you grow up around violence and
Yeah.
100%.
and don't see clear affection. You don't know how to show it to each other. So sometimes you show it in the way that you think's the right way, and it's fucked up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's fucked up because as humans, we are literally correcting trauma that we didn't cause. You
It's
know,
so
that
fucking
our
true.
entire lives are trying to fix shit that we didn't fucking do to ourselves.
Yeah.
But that our parents did to us because they didn't want to fix their trauma, you know?
100%.
And I know, Brooke, you got a story too, though, right? Your mom was pretty,
Yeah, she still is, but
but you're doing, look at you. Like both of you
Yeah,
guys, I don't think you guys give yourselves enough credit. Like, one, you guys are leading a whole generation of girls that have eyes on you. And you guys are setting such amazing examples for these girls to look up to.
Thank you. I
Like,
don't feel like it all the time.
No, but
I was on the
Tana,
podcast
you-
yesterday talking about like how conjoined twins have sex and shit. And I was
I
like,
love
Tana,
that. No,
stop.
but I
It's
want to
all-
know.
But that's the kind of shit people talk about
Literally.
at their kitchen table anyway. That's why y'all are so relatable.
No, but I want to know how they have sex. Like, who's looking at
Did
who?
y'all figure it out? Did you give it a Google?
Dude,
Yeah, give
she,
it a
no, they helped us out.
I made a TikTok about it because one of the famous ones, the famous set,
The ones that just got married. Mhm.
Yeah. And so I stitched it on TikTok and I was like, someone just take it for the team. Take one for the team. Just let us know. And then 24 hours later, they tweeted, I think I did this. Okay. I know you did. The fucking narcissist in me is like, no, I did this. No, I didn't. But they tweeted all about their, like apparently the other one just like listens to podcasts.
Get the fuck out of
And
here.
reads books.
but
No
but they
way.
like both experience the pleasure at the same
Okay,
time.
that's
So
what
it's
I was
like
gonna
literally like what she said, like
What
what if
kind
you're
of
reading a book and all of a
podcast
sudden
you
you're having an orgasm? Like,
Yeah, she's just
Why
busting
Why not
a nut
just
low
join
key.
in?
I know.
At
Well,
this
that's
point-
the thing. At what point is it just a throuple? Like it
Right.
has to have some element
Right.
of that.
But
because
then what if the other one wanted to get in a relationship? Then what happens?
Why is nobody talking about the dude?
yeah,
like,
well,
what
that's
are you
we,
into?
We're concerned about his intentions a little.
Right. Like, what are you into? What's really going on?
For sure. Then we
Yeah.
have this whole breakdown of like
And
if we
it's-
were conjoined
It's
twins.
one. They've only got
That'd be
one
hot.
vagina.
Yeah,
that would be hot.
Yeah,
Okay,
but
it's
like
just-
2 lungs and shit.
4 lungs.
That's what. Oh,
I got 4
Dang.
lungs.
And like, what if the marriage? She's like, oh my god, let's do anal, and the other one's like, yo, like no, like you know
Yeah,
what
'cause
I
they
mean?
only got one
my
asshole
God,
too, right?
for
That is
sure.
hilarious.
I can't
Yeah.
wrap my fucking head around it.
I need
Dude.
details.
Yeah.
We need to invite them on the podcast.
Yeah.
But anyway, I think that would be
Just
amazing. Can I
so
be here
bad.
whenever they're here?
Yes,
Please.
please.
I
I'm
got
not even
questions
kidding.
too. I got
So
questions
many
too.
questions. It's funny because I was just about to like segue back to some normal shit, but it just doesn't feel right.
No, but
Yeah.
we're talking about that all those things yesterday, and we're like, yeah, maybe we aren't setting a very good example.
No, but I mean, you guys still have to have fun. Just because you guys aren't role models for little girls doesn't mean that you guys aren't human, and
Yeah.
doesn't mean that we all have a fucking dark sense of humor and are
Yeah.
morbid, you know,
For
and
sure.
like want to know weird shit.
I think that's it though. That's
Yeah.
always kind of been my thing is it's like, listen, I'm not here to be your like
Yeah.
Betsy Ross,
Absolutely.
but like be yourself.
If you want the
and
girl
have
next
fun.
door, go next door.
You
know, like,
I don't
I'm-
say that enough.
Yeah,
That's
literally,
good. New
like
catchphrase.
I think I stole it from somebody. I think it was on a meme. But literally, like seriously, like you guys are role models in your own way. And I think that's what makes you guys perfect for little girls and like teenage girls and girls in their
Mhm.
20s who are growing up. And, you know, you guys are raising a fucking generation.
But so are the both of
Thank
you
you.
in like so many ways and all the things that you talk about. I didn't know that you didn't drink
No,
and
Yeah.
you don't drink.
no,
She did.
And that
I did.
Yeah.
And I was a good
she
time.
drank.
so that I'm in an era right now where I'm not drinking and it's such a battle for me.
How
'Cause
long?
I'm 2 months
Okay.
sober right now.
Yeah.
Almost like 100 days, I think. And I've done a lot of stints like that, but I can't get to the point where I really want to accept that I like shouldn't drink forever.
Why can't you drink for forever? Do you have a problem where you binge? 'Cause
I
that's
think,
what
yeah,
do.
I think I'm very much all or nothing.
Yeah.
And like, I just want to go crazy balls to the wall. And it's like, I just wish I could take like a blue pill that gives me moderation
Mhm.
because I just don't have as much fun.
No, I get
And
it.
it's hard.
Yeah. No, I'm a binge drinker too.
Yeah.
So I just, I think the last time I drank, I got drugged. I'm not 100% positive, but I mean, I was on all fours in our bed, fucking puking. I mean, how attractive is
no.
that? Naked. I mean, just butthole in the air, barfing in front of this guy.
I thought it was hot.
Goals.
No, this dude was so worried about me. Okay, like literally, he slept on the floor while I slept on the couch because he was afraid I was going to stop breathing. You know.
Oh my God.
And I just woke up, and I had already started my spiritual journey. I had stopped doing like blow-in pills the year before. And I just didn't want to be like my parents. My dad was an alcoholic. My mom was a fucking drug addict, you know? And you just get to a point, I think, in your life where you're like, does this benefit me?
Yeah.
What am I getting from this? You know?
That's exactly how I feel. I think in every way it doesn't.
Yeah.
I just struggle with being able to have as much fun as I feel like I used to have.
So it's taken me a really long time. I went to the bar last night for the first time, Rainbow with him.
I love Rainbow.
I had a fucking blast sober. You kind of have to learn how to be human again without substances. I took fucking Xanax for so long, and let me tell you, I was Xana Nicole. All right, I was
oh my
a
God,
good
that's so funny. I used to always say that.
dude. Really?
Yeah.
I love that. Or Xanny Bonaducci.
Yes. Oh, I'm Tana, so I can just be Xana.
Xana.
That's great.
Yes. Oh my God, I'm gonna use that if I ever do Xanax again. But yeah, literally, I swear to God, I would fucking take a Xanax and I couldn't do anything without having something in my system, you know? And you have to really get to know yourself again. And it's a lot of shadow work and it takes time, dude. I've been sober since 2018 off everything. And it's a battle, you know?
really is.
It's just something you're always gonna have to fight, but you gotta always know that you're doing it for the right reasons, you know?
Yeah.
She also is like, her approach, and everybody's different, is she doesn't take it like an abstinent model. So she doesn't look at it like she can't drink.
Right.
Yeah.
Even last night, she was like, if I didn't have that pod tomorrow, I might actually have a drink with you tonight.
Yeah.
So like she
Really?
gives herself that space. She's never done it, but she at least allows herself to think she can. And I think it makes her feel more in control of it.
I honestly, even dieting and stuff, I have that same
Yeah.
mindset where it's like, if I feel like I can't have something, I end up just going crazy and eating everything.
Absolutely.
Whereas if
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I could, but I won't.
Yeah, because
It
we're
helps.
we're rebellious by nature. So if you tell us we
100%.
can't do something, what are we gonna do? We're gonna fucking do it, and we're gonna do it great.
Yep.
You just have to kind of like have that in the back of your brain, like I can drink, but I'm just choosing not to because I want to be in a better place.
It's so true. That's actually such a like awesome mindset.
I'm
And
just, I'm still in a place where I'm using like alcohol so much as an aid. And I know that's horrible, but like a social aid and just like for touring and stuff, especially, I can't do it sober.
Yeah.
She amazes me. She can like
Yeah.
go out there and have her full personality. I am petrified.
What do you think about touring and drinking?
Depends on the pace. Y'all tour pretty heavy on the weekends, right? Y'all doing like 3 a day, like three shows a weekend, right?
More.
We're
Three or
doing
four.
2
Y'all do
shows
that.
a night usually.
It's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah,
But I'm
we
saying you're
did
doing
2
3 or 4 days, right?
Yeah, we did
In a
like
row?
we were
One
doing
time-
5-day runs.
yeah,
of
one-
shows.
My thing is, just remember there's an old country phrase that says, what don't get you in the wash will get you in the rinse, right? So just
Okay.
remember, while you're young, enjoy it.
Yeah.
But it's gonna catch up.
Yeah, I get
So
afraid of that.
Just stay hydrated, sleep.
Yeah,
But the good thing is y'all aren't singing. If you were singing, I'd have a totally different advice
Yeah.
because you work that vocal cord so much. I wouldn't want you to lose your voice.
Yeah, that's
That
fair.
would be my fear. You know what I mean? Is that y'all sauce too much and dehydrate your voice down and
Yeah.
get into show number 8 of the weekend and y'all are up there fucking sounding like y'all just left a football game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
right.
How old are you guys?
I'm 25.
I'm 27.
Yeah, you guys have a little bit of ways to go. I'm telling
I
you.
feel
when-
80 though. If it makes it. If it makes
no,
it
I
any
get
better.
that. I feel like as women, well, no, actually, Daddy's going through it too. So I'm older than
God, I love you guys.
I'm older than him. So I kind of started going on my spiritual journey in my late 30s. And I was just like, you know, I wanted to change everything about my life. And he didn't understand it because he was still doing his thug thizzle, you know? And he was just like, come on, bitch, drink with me. And I'm like, no, you know, like, but now he's almost 40 and he's like,
I'm probably as sober as I'm ever going to be right
yeah.
Really?
now. Yeah.
Changing
As
his
far
life.
as like from,
You get to a
alcohol.
point. Yeah.
because I probably drink, I mean, I used to, man, when we first met, I drank probably 300 some days a year.
Yeah.
I probably
Yeah.
drank 10, 12 a year now.
Really?
Only celebrations. Like last night, I was just like, I just never would have dreamed I was going to win the best new pop artist.
You won
You know
Best
those-
New Pop Artist last night?
I won best
I've
new
never
pop
fucked a
artist.
pop star.
I didn't know either.
Wait, I didn't know that.
That
I knew
is
that
so
you went.
amazing.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Congratulations.
So
When you-
I won both. I won best new country and best new pop, and I'm this first time that's happened with. It's just a really big deal, and I left like, I'm going to the fucking Rainbow Room. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
absolutely.
I was like,
You
this is
deserved
one of
it.
those- This is one of those celebratory kind of things.
Yes,
Yeah.
congratulations.
And he always ends up in a fucking fountain.
Oh my God, really?
I haven't posted that clip yet, but yeah.
Stop.
He's in there with his I Heart Awards just swimming around in the fountain.
That's incredible, though. If I was a guy, I would do that. It's like
They could easily do that.
I feel like the Wicked
Yeah.
Witch of the West. I'd be like, I'm melting.
Yeah.
Like all my spray
Yeah.
tan, everything. I
Yeah.
can't.
But I was just saying, like, when you get to a certain age, and I don't mean to throw the age card out there,
No,
you
do it.
want something different and something inside of you clicks and you want to change your life. And I think you guys have plenty of time. You guys are still really young.
Yeah.
Have fucking fun, but be responsible
Yeah.
about it.
As long
you
as your
know?
relationship with alcohol is okay.
Yeah.
As long
Yeah.
as-
That's the thing
that's
I
the
was-
Don't be
biggest
so
thing.
hard on yourselves.
I was just thinking to myself, like, that really is where I would love to be, where it's like when I could celebrate. Like, you know what I mean?
I have a
Because then
really
it's
like, I don't really have an issue with it at all. I have like a few drinks a night, and I never really.
No, you're great.
yeah,
take it too
and
far.
That's good. You're just taking the edge
she's
off.
golden. She has to
Yeah.
like drag me out by my hair. I'm
Yeah.
like naked and fucking being crazy or some shit. You
Yeah.
know? But this just in, body odor is officially canceled for good this time. Unlike certain other deodorants, Lumi Whole Body Deodorant is powered by mandelic acid to deliver outrageous 72-hour odor control everywhere from your pits to your feet, and yes, even your privates. In fact, it was patients' concerns about private part odor that originally inspired the OBGYN who invented Lumi. Fast forward 6 years, and her game-changing whole body deodorant has now earned over 300,000 5-star reviews from people like me who love smelling great and feeling confident from head to toe. Special offer. New customers get 15% off all Lumi products with our exclusive code and link. Use code CANCELED at LumiDeodorant.com. LumiDeodorant.com. I love Lumi because I love smelling good from head to toe no matter what I'm doing. Whole body deodorant. Lumi is seriously safe to use anywhere on your body. Pits, underboobs, thigh folds, belly buttons, butt cracks, vulvas, and feet. Created by an OBGYN who saw firsthand how normal BO was being misdiagnosed and mistreated. Clinically proven to block odor all day and control odor for up to 72 hours. How? Unlike certain traditional deodorants that try to mask odor with a fragrance, Lumi is formulated and powered by mandelic acid to stop odor before it starts. More like a pre-odorant. Baking soda free and paraben free. pH balance for safe use below the belt. Choose from a variety of fresh, bright scents like clean tangerine, lavender sage, or toasted coconut. Lumi's starter pack is perfect for new customers. It comes with a solid stick deodorant, cream tube deodorant, 2 free products of your choice like mini body wash and deodorant wipes, and free shipping. As a special offer for listeners, new customers get 15% off all Lumi products with our exclusive code. And if you combine the 15% off with the already discounted starter pack, that equals over 40% off their starter pack. Use code CANCELED for 15% off your first purchase at LumiDeodorant.com. That's code CANCELED at LumiDeodorant.com. Thank you, Lumi, for sponsoring today's episode of the Canceled Podcast.
That's
Wait,
us.
what happened with the fucking the person who ran up on stage and Brooke's just chilling and Tana fucking takes off?
I don't know if I have like no survival instincts. I think I just haven't. I'm not kidding because she ran for the hills. She left me for
No,
dead.
literally. I gotta show you. Can we show him this clip?
Yeah, a girl stormed the stage. It's actually, we had a few stage stormers, but
We've had a few
Yeah,
stage
really?
storms.
Yeah, we
Do you
had
guys
a
have
few.
security?
yeah,
Yes, we do.
and one of them was playing Call of Duty on his iPad.
Like during
Oh,
the
he's
Fired.
in New Orleans.
Fired.
Completely. It wasn't my personal security, it was venue security.
Oh,
But
okay.
I mean,
Gotcha.
now we've gotten to a point where it's like, because we were touring at a much smaller scale. And I
Yeah.
think that this time, like anything bad that happened was a learning curve for us.
Yeah,
where
we
just-
didn't understand what this one was going to be like, I don't think. And we
Yeah.
were like,
Right.
what the fuck is this? This girl and was in my lap before anyone even
I
got
know.
to her.
And Brooke, you were so calm.
Well, I thought she
was
worked
just
the
like-
venue. I thought she had to. Like, 'cause
Yeah.
she's just walking up. Like,
Yeah. And then Tana runs off, babe. Look at this. Watch.
She storms the stage, Brooke is sitting, I'm running. Full situation.
she sprinted. She
And it wasn't that I was trying to leave you. I swear to God.
Two
I was
different-
like,
two
every
different-
instinct.
I wouldn't have wanted you to come back for me.
Two
No, I
friends
would.
with trauma that with two different reactions.
Yeah, see, so many people were like psychoanalyzing it, like
Yeah.
fight or flight, like
Or freeze.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fight, flight, or
You
freeze.
froze, she
Literally.
Flight.
Yeah. yeah.
For
But
sure.
I'm
Do
like,
you-
God, I would have been dead on the street.
Oh my God. I know.
No.
I couldn't believe that.
I would never want anything to happen
like,
to you.
you do.
What are your fans like on tour? Like, do you have any crazy experiences? Like, how are they crazy? Like,
we've always just had like, I call it the mighty 300, man. I didn't get here by having like the biggest fan base. I got here by having the fucking loudest.
that's,
You know
I
what
feel
mean?
the exact same
Yeah.
way.
I want y'all to come to a show, man. It's like church. It's
We
so
would
different.
die.
Yeah, a tour.
It
I
is
think
so
we have
different.
one
Yeah,
in
for
LA.
sure. Yeah, we're
Yeah, I'll
playing
let you guys
crypto.
I
know.
would love.
But,
Oh,
nothing
wow.
more.
Yeah, it's a big deal. I'm super excited. But yeah, you'll see it. It's like church. So it's really more of like a spiritual experience. man.
Everything you do to
Really?
me is like spiritual. Like I've watched that speech you did like maybe 1,000 times. The fentanyl.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
please.
the best thing you
That
ever
was
did. It made
iconic.
me absolutely sob. I love what you do with your platform in reference to
Yeah,
addiction
thank you.
because I think I'm so passionate about it too. You made me really want to do more.
Oh,
Like
thank
I've just
you.
lost a lot of people to,
Mm.
things like that. And it's so true. People don't talk about it enough. How did you get into that? Like what did you definitely didn't just wake up one day at the
Yeah.
Supreme Court.
Yeah, yeah. It's crazy. You know what's even? I didn't know what we were really doing.
Okay.
So they called and CAA called and they're political people. Like CAA has a political department and they called and was like, I was like, this is weird. And they were like, would you be willing to go address Senate for a bipartisan agreement about offending off fentanyl?
That's so sad.
I don't think I've talked about this. This is kind of cool, but I looked at it. I didn't read the bill until we were already on the way.
Me.
Right? Because in my mind, I didn't give a fuck about the bill. I thought about it like somebody needs to go tell these people what's happening in America because I'd like to think they don't know.
Yeah.
Because there's no
If
way
they
they
do
could know
know,
that
yeah.
200 people are dying a day in this
Mhm.
country from this. And they're sitting up here not fucking talking about it. So
Yeah.
I kind of went there on some, to a degree, a little bit of confrontational shit.
Yeah.
Just on some like, yo, I'm kind of here to
Hello.
let
Shake
y'all
shit
like,
up.
I'm the guy to be here to be
Absolutely.
like, yo, in case y'all are fucking missing it. Because you know what I mean? Look at that big crow, mama.
I know. One landed whenever we
My
parked.
wife loves crows.
Yeah.
Really?
Fucking
I
obsessed.
call myself the
Oh,
crow
maybe it's
mother. Every
lucky.
time I pop up,
Yeah.
they pop up, dude.
Hey,
It's
really?
crazy. Yeah.
That's cool as fuck.
Yeah.
You need a
No.
little crow tattoo for
Yeah,
her.
yeah. That's her fucking, she loves crow. I'm
I
petrified.
love ugly animals that people don't like. you
I do
know?
too.
Or people that,
I
get that
people
completely.
That
people-
bled over in the other satellite.
This is my pound puppy. I call him my pound puppy.
No, oh my God, you two kill me.
Yeah, but they called and it was an opportunity. I didn't want to miss it.
Yeah,
I didn't want to miss it.
do you think you'll do more?
Yeah.
Things
Oh
like
yeah,
that.
for sure, man. We do a lot of stuff in our city anyways for like a lot of rehabs. Our philanthropic stuff is
Like
like
what?
millions of dollars a year.
Mm.
I built a music program in the juvenile I was incarcerated in as a youth.
That is so
Uh,
cool.
We're building a detox center. We're looking to build group homes.
We donate to a lot of
Congratulations.
charities.
I would
Yeah, we
love
do a
to
lot
if
of
you
local-
Really is
if
amazing.
you ever need anyone to be a part of that, I would love to.
Well, you know,
Oh,
you
we
were
would
saying
love
you
that.
felt called to action when we're on the road. We play. So when I tour, I do 4 or 5 shows a week,
Mhm.
kind of the way I tour rock and roll style.
Mhm.
My deal is if I do 5 shows, I do 3 days where we stop and go speak at a rehab or a jail. So
Mhm.
over the course of this, yeah, it's super awesome, man. We've built so many relationships with like women's centers and women's
Well-
rehab, dude. If y'all was fucking somewhere and y'all wanted to stop in and say hi, they'd lose their shit. It'd be the
I would
coolest thing ever.
That'd
fucking
be fun.
love to. I'm gonna actually like reach out to like. I would love to do that. That would like be the
Yeah,
best.
we got a
thing
whole
Yeah.
network.
It's
of
such
them
a good
that'll-
feeling
that'll
to
bring
give
y'all
back.
straight in.
It
Yeah, I
would,
think
and I
it-
feel like it makes sense for us. I feel like
Yeah,
for sure.
I think that it's also
absolutely.
like when you come from the walks of life that we have
Mhm.
and you start to receive good. I don't want to call it guilt, but like you start to feel
Right.
like you know what I mean? Like I have to go help. Like it's like, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Like I just,
You know what it is? I tell people this is I do it because I know how it feels.
yes.
Yeah.
Like I know what it's like to be in the darkest moment of your life trying to change your life alone.
Yeah.
And that's what's happening in rehab and jail right now.
Yeah.
And I don't want to sound like super hyper spiritual, but I'm obviously a man of faith.
Yeah.
But I kind of grew up old school Christian in the way of like you show your faith, you don't talk about your faith.
Yeah.
Absolutely,
Like
yeah.
I cuss, I drink, I
Yeah.
fuck off. But at the end of the day, I try to do what I thought Jesus would do.
Yeah.
Jesus fucking hung out with whores. Jesus fucking, you know what I mean? Straight up. Not like, no, sorry.
Like, here we go.
No, I love it. I love it.
Pastors on
No, no, no.
TikTok are about to get wild.
Here it goes. And he's canceled again.
No,
Yeah.
well, you're on
This is
cancel.
canceled.
I get
Platform.
canceled by the church every time I talk
All
about
the
this.
time. Every
That's
time we
so
talk
But
about
it's
it.
like, yeah.
How is that even possible? You can't cancel someone.
It's
Because
sad.
these
To
preachers
something
need
I don't even
views.
go to. You know?
I think
But it's
so
just-
many
Yeah.
more people who need it are gonna fucking listen to people like us
Mhm.
than, you know what I mean? People coming from a
Yeah,
place
Jesus
where they're
just said, "Love your neighbor, feed the homeless, and visit people in jail." He had
Yeah.
like really it was like the most simple rules ever.
Yeah.
He just said the most simple stuff that was just so real. So like to me, that's just kind of how we live. We're like, we go visit jails, we go to rehab.
I fucking absolutely love that though.
Take care of the elderly, just do the fucking good person shit.
You also get to a point where you've made, something of yourself and you have money to give back, and it gets to a point where it's like, what do I do? Do I fucking hoard all of this shit, or do I
it feels gross.
give it back to the universe?
Right?
Yeah, so it's like you just want to give.
How do you feel about having money anyways? Does it not feel a little gross just in general?
It feels mind blowing. I mean, first of all, I think that I will always have a big imposter syndrome towards everything that happens, where I'm like, how the fuck did this happen? You know what I mean? And 100%, I think that even just on less of a giving back level, I very much am like that with like my friends and everyone around me. Like if I'm eating, I want everyone else to eat too. Cause what the fuck, I'm going to sit here and have all this. That's no fun.
Yeah,
that's absolutely. Like, you know what I mean? Like
she's amazing about that too. She's put everybody on, you know what I mean? Like
well,
all of us came from her, you know what I mean?
But I mean, you deserve everything you have. Well, I don't want you to think that, but like,
that's what
really
you do.
is.
That's what we've done too. That's a giving heart and a giving spirit.
I love everything that you post about his daughter and who's now your daughter. Like, I cry frequently because it's like, obviously, I was texting you about this the other day. It's like, I feel like we might have wished we had that growing up. So to get to do that is probably the most fulfilling thing in the world.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, I just thought what you did for her with her birthday shoot recently, like, was so fucking cute. I don't know if you saw that, but it was their daughter's birthday, and she just like did this whole photo shoot for her, like got her glam, like did it all, and it like had me in tears. I was like, it must be so amazing for you to see that too, because when
really cool.
You had her. Like this, I don't know if you pictured this.
No. Well, I didn't.
This hooker coming in and taking over.
You are me.
I thank God, because if I didn't have Bunnie, man, that poor kid would be running around in sweatpants and hoodies. She dressed like me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'd be that dad that just wouldn't know what to do. So I'd be like, here's some Jordans and some jeans and a hoodie. You know what I'm saying? It's just running around in Tennessee volunteer shit.
Yeah.
But it's been such a saving grace, and their relationship has been so special because I've got to watch it really blossom, and I had to watch them butt each other's heads a little bit and figure out who each other were, and kind of get through some real stuff together. And it's helped me as a single father, because I hate that word, because I have Bunnie, because I don't have to get involved in none of the woman stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So,
It's
yeah,
really,
like, I'm out of
really
it.
cool. I'm always fucking out of that, dude.
Yeah.
She'll come to me and I'll be like, why are you even coming to me about this? You know, this is totally
Sometimes I do it just to weird them out. I'm like, hey, you want to know what the kid's doing?
It is so hard though. I grew up like basically with only my grandpa, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like when I started my period and stuff, I'm like,
oh
yeah.
And he, poor thing, probably tried the best he could.
Oh, he was traumatized, but luckily, like. It was like right at the time, because
traumatized.
No, oh my God, he had no idea what to do with me at all. I'm like, I'm depressed. He's like, okay.
He's like, here's a shot of bourbon, honey.
Right.
But I had like, so my grandma has dementia, and it was kind of like slowly onset. So she was like just slowly starting to get like a little strange. And she had bought me like all the things, like tampons, pads, everything beforehand. So it was already at my house, thank God.
Oh.
She stocked you up.
Yeah, she stocked me up.
Oh,
That's real.
I love that.
I know.
That is great. How old is your daughter now? How old is she?
We're about to celebrate her sweet 16. So we've been planning. That's what the photo shoot was for her sweet 16. So she's really excited about it.
What a fun age to be 16 again.
Does it scare you at all, like boys?
Petrifies me, dude.
Like what is that like too? And it's like Jelly Roll's your dad. Like it's
I'd be terrified of you as like if I like came home.
He's fun, Dad. He's fun. Everybody's scared of me.
Yeah, they're petrified. I'm scared of Bunnie. For what it's worth. I walk in that house, tin hut. Even then, Tana came. She said, "Where's your wife?" I said, "Hefe's in the truck."
Stop! I love that.
No, she's about to be 16, and it's it's been a journey. People don't realize how hard it is to come into a family and to try to take on a mother role, which I never have tried to take on the mother role.
Yeah.
For one, I've always been like, I'm just Bunnie, and I'm here for you if you need me.
Yeah.
I don't ever try to like force anything on her, because I had a crazy stepmom who fucking always tried to force shit on me, and it was just so uncomfortable. Yeah. So I've tried to kind of like redo everything that my stepmom did to me. And I think the sweetest thing is that she called me today and she was like, "Mommy," and I was like, "Oh," like literally, like I got like this lump in my throat, and I'm like, but I can't show it to her, you know.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, just holding it in, and she's like, "Look at my prom dress," and I'm
That's
just like,
special.
Oh my God. That
yeah,
is
like it makes me want to
so-
tear up. Now I never thought I'd be such a fucking pussy for somebody.
No, but I love it so
literally.
Pussy describing like mother-daughter
Literally,
relationship.
literally.
Like, I can't. I feel like I'm looking in a mirror. It's so iconic.
You're my daughter. Everybody
I
always,
love
every time I post something, I thought this was Tana. I thought this was Tana.
Yeah, I
I
think
know, I
that's
can't
what
wait
drew
for-
me to you. I'm like, that's just my type of person.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It's so great. It's funny because at one point I was in a relationship with a guy who had a bunch of face tattoos, like same cross situation, whole thing, and everyone would call us Bunnie and Jelly Roll. Bunnie and Jelly Roll. And it was- except he's killing it.
Yeah.
I'm so nice to you. So
Slightly
I think I
different
know which one we're talking
situation.
about.
For
We
sure.
won't mention names.
yeah,
That's
it's
the one.
it's so fun.
I
I love that.
that.
I'm genuinely lost.
Yeah, he has
I
no
love
idea.
Smoking cannabis doesn't have to hurt. Upgrade to a freeze pipe today and experience smoother clouds without the throat burn, chest pain, or coughing attacks. Freeze Pipe makes a unique line of freezable pipes, bubblers, bongs, and more that cool smoke by over 300 degrees. Whether shopping for you or the gift they'll never forget, Freeze Pipe is your quality solution to fight fire with ice. The secret is freezable glycerin chambers that come in every piece. Pop one of these chambers into the freezer for an hour, and as smoke passes through, it's instantly chilled for a relaxing experience without the afterburn or coughing. Freeze Pipe is my favorite way to smoke weed because y'all know I'm no stranger to a coughing attack. I love Freeze Pipe because it makes every hit feel cool and smooth. Visit thefreezepipe.com and use code TANA for 10% off your entire order. That's thefreezepipe.com and code TANA for 10% off an entire order. Order today to get free shipping and say goodbye to harsh smoke forever. Thank you to Freeze Pipe for sponsoring today's episode of the Canceled Podcast. I love that you were willing to come on because I know that it's not like he's watching. Like we keep up with the girl stuff, but I know
Yeah.
you're not just tuning into the Canceled
Y'all,
Podcast.
y'all's clips come on my FYP a lot though.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, for sure,
That's
for
so
sure.
crazy. I can't imagine Jelly Rolls for you Pink,
Yeah, it's
having
crazy.
anything
No,
to
it's
do with
crazy.
us.
And it's funny. It's all y'all are fucking
Thank you
hilarious.
so
He
fucking
pays attention to pop culture, and you guys are pop
Y'all
culture.
are pop culture. I'm telling. I'm in it, Tana. Like y'all's fans. I can name 3 or 4 times that somebody posted me that you feel like it hits. Like
Yeah.
new
Yeah.
people are in your comments. There's a new wave.
My
And that
heart.
happened the day you posted that rec. I didn't know who you were. I ran upstairs all excited.
Oh my
I was like,
God,
yo,
I
Tana
can't
Mongeau
believe-
posted my shit. My wife's like, that's not how you say it. I was like, you don't know how to say it
I'm
neither.
like, it's not- I don't think that's how you say her last name.
We really were saying yesterday because it's like it's the name of the podcast, first of all, just being canceled, I think automatically steers away 70% of anyone in mainstream media
Yeah.
that's going to come on. So it like means so fucking like you're winning iHeartRadio Awards last night and you're coming on. It means
No,
so
we
much.
support the underdogs, and you're not an underdog anymore, but we support, the people that,
I just appreciate it so
that
much.
have to struggle. to
How does
fucking-
it how did you feel like at the Grammys? Like how do you feel like winning all of these awards and being in the mainstream? I saw a TikTok the other day that was people conspiring if you are in the Illuminati now or not. And I was like,
yay.
there's no fucking
so fucking tired of this shit.
Let's
I want to be in the Illuminati. I want to
thinks
be in
it's
it so bad.
hilarious.
I was thinking, that
I get
tickles me
mad
too.
because I'm like, he has worked his ass off for almost 20 fucking years.
Yeah.
Like he didn't just pop up on the scene. People are like, he's shot to fame so fast. And it's like, no, dude, like he's been really planting these seeds for fucking 20
Yeah.
years,
See, when I partnered with a record label in 2021,
Okay.
22, my YouTube channel is already at 1.6 or 7 billion views.
Mhm.
We were already selling out 5,000 seat theaters
damn.
everywhere
Yeah.
in America,
Mhm.
almost. You know what
Yep.
I mean? So it wasn't like, it was just such an underground cult thing,
Yeah.
which is why I relate to what y'all do, though. When you talked about your fans being that way, y'all
Mhm.
seen this, right? A lot of people had a little hit podcast. They went out and toured it one time in
Yeah.
comedy clubs and couldn't go back again
Mm.
because it was a novelty. It was, I seen her. They just wanted to see the person.
Yep.
Mhm.
They didn't want to be entertained by the person. They just wanted to say, okay, I went, I seen that person, I checked the list. Why would I
Mhm.
go see them again? And y'all built an entire touring business.
Yeah, it's
It's
so
Which is
crazy.
hard to
Fucking
do.
so cool to watch.
Yeah.
It
Thank
is
you.
like so different. And I related to it on the music end because that's what we did.
Yeah.
We built an old school hard ticket touring business.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So by the time the shit popped, but this is what I think about the Illuminati. One, 6 years ago, I'd have said, fuck yeah. I wouldn't hesitate.
Yeah.
Everybody's, you know what I mean? It was like no brainer. But I know this might sound cliche, but I think that people understand that you don't just make deals with the devil.
Yeah.
I made a deal with the highest authority.
Yep.
And I said, if you ever give us this opportunity, we'll share our platform and make sure that your name is spoken.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, how can you say I'm Illuminati? I'm the only person at the iHeartRadio Awards last night that said Jesus on stage.
That's crazy.
I'm the only artist at the CMT Country Awards last year that said the name God.
Yeah.
I'm the only artist at the CMA Awards last year that said thank God. I'm
Yeah,
the
that's
only
so
artist
crazy.
that said, in country music, by the way.
Yeah, that's fucking nuts.
Where Jesus is still socially accepted. You know what I mean? It's like, that's why I laugh at it. So I love my wife, though. She's my greatest defender.
Yeah.
I see,
I'm a pit bull
people
over my
say shit
husband.
about me and I get tickled. I'm
could
like,
say-
I think it's so funny.
Literally,
And she's
yeah.
already dissed them on TikTok. Fucking called out their mom. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
You
and
can
I'm
say
going
what you want
upstairs
about
excited.
me. Don't
I'm like,
talk about daddy.
I'm going upstairs excited. Like, did you see where such and such said something? He's like, yeah, I ripped him a new asshole already. I'm all like, oh,
But that's
okay.
fucking gold.
I was like, we should be mad.
You guys are my fucking
Yeah.
relationship goals until the day I die. Like,
I'm
it
just
was-
so protective of him and his heart because he is such a special human, dude. Like I always tell everybody he's an earth angel. I've said it a million times, and we don't deserve him. Like he really is. What you see is what you get with him, and it's not a fucking show.
Yeah.
You know, like he really
You're gonna
is.
make me cry, and I'm hungover. And
Come on, don't start the
old
crying
salty
shit.
tequila
Okay?
tears. Old salty tequila tears.
No, but it's
Not the
real,
salty
and so
tequila
that's why when
tears.
anybody comes for him, like the whole Illuminati thing started from a video that he didn't release from a song that he did with fucking Co Wetzel.
Yeah.
What is it? Cocaine song that he never released, and the reason why he won't release it is because why, baby?
I don't want people to feel like I'm promoting cocaine use.
Yeah, it's fair.
Yeah,
That's
And
really
it's
fair.
it's like a responsibility I have now, where I feel really connected. My music has helped so many people get off cocaine.
Yep.
That I feel like I would be doing them an injustice to come back and bring a
Right.
song that promoted it. Even though when I wrote the song, I was in my cocaine era.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it was like, it was super honest. And everybody tries to talk, all those, I have a ton of records like that from that era
Yeah.
that I want to drop. And maybe one day I'll do like a side project, like a theme project, but I just never wanted to promote that.
That's
so
understandable.
that's
completely.
why I get so irate because they took a picture that Haley had done the makeup on and was like, he's in the fucking Black Eye Club. And I'm like, no, actually, and he's not putting out there's no video that he really shot. And I'm like, no, actually, he's not putting it out for fucking reasons because he's a good fucking human.
Yeah.
You know, but I can't keep
My wife loves this song, by the way.
Yeah.
She's
Yeah.
asked me
I
to
love
put
this
it
song.
out
It's a great
once a
song.
month. She's like,
I'll
you should
send
just
it
put
to
it
you
out.
guys.
It's a
I need
banger.
it. I really do.
I promise. It's
What
good.
is the? I keep seeing all the black eye stuff. Is it
I just
Illuminati or
learned what that
drugs?
was
I don't
yesterday.
know.
I never knew what it was. It's like,
It's
but
like-
it also has to deal with like sexual predators and shit like
Oh,
that
yeah.
too, which is another reason why I get offended because
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah,
it's
what?
not even
What is it? What it like?
I don't know. I saw someone saying because Dixie D'Amelio has one. They're like, oh, there she goes.
She's
like,
got
she
a
sold her
fucking
soul.
shiner. She said she
I
fell into
know.
a
I don't know
door.
what
I'm
happened
like,
to her.
yeah.
It's horrible, but I'm like, I didn't know what it was, and I started reading the comments, and everyone's like, "Yeah, when you have a black eye, I guess."
Yeah, don't ever get work done. I got work done, and they were like, "Bunnie, join the Black Eye
Oh my
Club
god!
too."
Yeah.
I'm
After
like,
my
no.
nose job,
I'm,
I
yeah.
had two black eyes.
Oh,
for
those will
sure.
resurface later on. They'll say you got in the Illuminati and
Right.
everything. Yeah.
I hope so.
That's
I'll
how
just-
I felt like, to me, that was kind of like the sign of
know.
success.
I was just
I
gonna
told
say
you.
that. I
I
was
mean,
like,
like-
I'm like, no one's accusing me
Yeah,
of
it's
being
like,
an
no, to me,
Illuminati.
that was like,
They will
yeah.
now, Brooke. They will now.
Maybe soon.
It's fucking so wild though. It
Yeah.
is. I mean, I really appreciate everything that you just said, and I love. You are just so on the side of God, so it is crazy to me that people are.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And I'm
Making-
so
His
and I'm
spirit.
so honest about it. It's like I don't. I guess I thought I would miss the Illuminati talk just because of the fucking cross on my face alone. Maybe you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
Maybe they
But
thought
it's
you were
like-
trying to throw them off.
Yeah,
That's what they
that was my,
say.
yeah, I was
I'm
trying to
like,
cover.
you guys will fucking come.
Have
for
you had
anything.
any? And you don't have to share this. It's just my favorite fucking question. You can tell me to shut the fuck up immediately. But have you met any celebrities that in this? Because obviously right now it's like all the mainstream stuff. You know what I mean? Have you met any celebrities that you feel like either A, you just had a bad interaction with, or B, like they were giving Illuminati or dark side?
I genuinely don't think there's a fucking Illuminati.
I was gonna say, do you guys believe in
And
the
I'm a
Illuminati?
conspiracy theorist.
Yeah.
I fucking believed all that shit before we got into this whole industry.
Yeah,
You know, like I don't believe it. But
ain't nobody trying to touch my butt. You know what I'm saying? That's what I know. So it's just maybe I'm not their type. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I will tell this story, and I'll probably get in trouble for it. And it's not harping on it because it's a hot topic, but I did Kimmel
Okay.
Mhm.
the day Diddy did Kimmel.
Did you?
Oh yeah, that's right.
And
P.
it's the
Diddler.
first time. This is the first time in my career where they said, "Do you want to meet such and such?" And I said, yeah. And I started walking that way. And as I was getting down the hallway, this is a true story. I said, nah.
Better not.
And went and got back in the car.
Really?
Swear. I don't know what it was.
Do you think you?
And I made a joke at
Was it
first.
like a
I was like, who
feeling?
don't want to meet the guy that got Tupac killed? And nobody thought that was funny. So I was like, oh, that's a bomb. Maybe I shouldn't go do this anyway. So I was already skeptical because I thought I had a funny one. And they were like, I probably wouldn't say that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we were walking. I was just like, I don't know. It is just something like very seldom does things rub me in a way where I was like, I don't even know if that's a picture I want.
To have.
Yeah.
To
Yeah.
exist.
Because I've been in situations where, and I won't say this stuff, where I've like ended up in pictures with people I didn't want to be with, just because, you know, motherfuckers will walk a carpet around the same time. And this shit
Yeah, and
happens.
they'll be like, let's get a photo.
They're like, hey, y'all get together. And you're like, yo, I don't really even know who this human is, kind of. You know what I'm saying? So,
That
but
shit.
like she said, I've never really felt like the Illuminati thing or the,
Yeah.
and I've negotiated big deals and stuff. So, I mean, I've been around it because I came in independent. We still own our masters.
Yeah,
So
that's
we still
amazing.
own all of our publishing. We own the lion's share of our streaming revenue.
Mm.
He's
you know.
rewriting history for independent artists.
Which I fucking love to
That's
see. I
why-
used to love like even like Chance the Rapper, like
Yes.
people who like
Yeah.
Mm.
I love to see that so
Dude.
much.
Oh, even Macklemore. Just anytime I see somebody, we're taking a. Have y'all heard of Alexandra K?
Mm.
You got to
He's a
check her out.
country artist.
Okay.
She's a
So
country
cute.
artist. She is so awesome. And me and my wife were picking our tour people. We took this guy named Warren Zeiders, who y'all love.
Mm.
Haley's
Cowboy.
trying to bang him.
Yeah, Haley just loves some Warren Zeiders. Dude.
Warren, she's coming
She's
for you.
already pre-shooting her shot
Yeah.
before tour starts. But and we took this girl named Alexandra K because she's independent.
Yeah.
And she's selling like 1,000 tickets by herself, which
Mm.
y'all know this is indies. That's fucking a lot of tickets to sell, dude. That's a real business.
Yeah, it is.
And it's because she's doing it independent, me and my it was the only one we totally agreed on together. We were like, yo, take the independent girl.
Yeah.
Just because like I want to do anything I can to get, because I remember how, dude, I never got a good look when I was an independent.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like try to get as many of those things. Because I think the music business is fixing to rewrite itself. I don't say this to sound cocky, but that deal that Meg Thee Stallion announced, that was like the groundbreaking deal.
Uh-huh.
Y'all remember when they announced this big partnership with her and Warner Brothers recently?
Oh yes. Okay.
I signed that same deal
Mm.
4 years ago.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's like I just didn't make a headline about it. But
Yeah.
it's, you know, which I'm glad she did because it shows people that it can be done. And that's what I want artists to see. I think artists should own art.
Yeah.
Like I don't think anybody should ever own the fucking canceled podcast, but y'all.
Yeah.
Ever.
I love
Under
that.
any circumstance, whether ABC calls you or not.
Yep.
Y'all built this. You did
We had a
this,
situation
this is your
before
art.
this season where we had to like get out of some murky water and we realized like
Yeah.
what we wanted to do. And
It's-
I fully fucking
Yeah.
agree. It's just the feeling is so much better knowing that you own your stuff. Like the fact that Taylor ever had to do Taylor's version and stuff like that. Like
It's
the fact that that's like
Yeah.
it really is so crazy.
She's a
And-
boss though for how she handled that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she handled it with grace. But the other side of it is, the sadder part is why her label wouldn't sell her masters.
Yeah.
Why?
That's the well,
Like the Scooter
it wasn't
Braun of it
even
all,
a-
you mean?
I don't know why, but that's the question is like, why would you not? You sold them anyways.
Yeah.
She offered market money
Yeah.
for it. It's not like she tried to get it cheap. She said, "What's the market?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what market's willing to pay. I'll pay it."
Mhm.
Like it becomes so spiteful and vindictive.
Yeah, that's
and
the
you're-
thing. It seems
Yeah.
malicious.
Yeah,
Like,
and you're
yeah, it
playing
is.
with my soul. Like I like,
Yeah.
dude, I'll get emotional. Like I write my soul in these songs. Like
Yeah.
every dark thought I've ever had, every bad experience I've ever seen, every person that's ever cried in my arms at a show because they lost somebody they loved to drug addiction. I'm writing, this is like, and I'm
Mhm.
sure that's how Taylor feels. That's how I feel about these words.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, I feel like my wife, her podcast is her legacy.
Mhm.
That our daughter's daughter will get to find out how great of a human she was because of 10 years of the Dumb Blonde episodes.
You want to make
That
out?
made me want to cry.
Of course.
That actually made me
Let's make
almost
out.
cry. That's like that's so beautiful.
Yeah, it's like,
And it's so true.
This is y'all's legacy. And the cool
Yeah.
thing is y'all are even cooler because y'all got to do it so young.
Mhm.
Y'all will move on to
Yeah.
have families. The whole world will watch and grow with y'all. And y'all will be able to go back and archive. You
Yeah.
remember that time that fucking Tana left Brooke to get killed on stage? And the person ran up there.
It's funny. People ask all the time if I journal or like have a diary or whatever, and I'm like, we record literally every single week.
Yeah.
Like what happened this week.
Yeah.
This is what like is going on in our lives, and it's so cool because we're gonna be able to watch that back in like 10 years time and be like, oh my god, you remember
Yeah.
that guy? Like,
Yeah.
100%. I think that my frontal lobe had to have just fully developed because I just started looking at this shit like that.
Yeah.
Like I used to just be like, oh, silly little podcast, who cares? Like, or freak out about my digital footprint. But like over time, I think it's It's really fucking cool.
You have created a legacy just even before the podcast. I mean, your name is a brand. So
So sweet.
yeah, no, but it's real. And you need to realize how special you are.
I really relate to you on so many things in the regard of saying like, we go sell all these tickets, but never was getting the mainstream recognition. And for so long, I think I put way too much worth into that. Like, it's like, this is the first time in my life I've been signed to an agency or mainstream people care about what we're doing and whatever. And it like, now it's like, I'm like, fuck that. Like I've been doing it for all these years. I can finally like understand that. But for so long, it's like, I was so shunned by like 80% of the other influencers or 80% of the industry or whatever, that it like fucked with your head a little bit. And I look back and it's like, you were fucking 17 making a life for yourself. And like, you should be able to recognize that.
It is. And every single person who comes to the meet and greet, like they're crying, like saying she raised them. And it's like, it's so cool to see too. Cause I'm like newer to it too. I didn't even get to see a lot of that. So it's like special for me to see them. And they're like, I've been watching you for 10 years. I'm like, wow.
No, and I mean,
and you are mainstream now. That's the cool part. Is
sweet.
like, to me, this podcast is a mainstream podcast.
Yeah.
Like,
thank you.
what I know is,
I'm gonna say it one more time for the people.
I don't
clip that.
Yeah. I don't want to get in trouble for this, so I'll try not to say it fucked up. I would pick this podcast over 75% of television programming.
Yeah.
Like if I'm on an album cycle, this is one of those things that was in my calendar because the wife put it in there. And even my publicist was like, good luck. And she hates when I do podcasts because I always say shit that gets me in trouble.
That's fucking awesome though. Like that means the world to us, and I just appreciate it so motherfucking much.
We just want to give you guys your flowers, man, because you guys
really
deserve it.
We talked about that last night. We was like, we really just came to give y'all flowers. We were like, we feel like nobody praises y'all enough that y'all really.
You guys are really working your asses off.
Yeah. You're doing it together, man, because there's another famous quote my cousin says all the time. Life's not about what you do, it's who you do it with. And y'all are getting to do it with your friends, and all boats are floating.
It is same with y'all. It's like it is so nice to. It's funny. I was sitting here with her talking, and I was like, "It's like we have a trauma bond, but just without the trauma." I was like, "That's literally just a bond."
It is. It's just having someone to share it with.
It's healthy,
cool.
Tana.
Like, I was like, "This is crazy."
I know that's the thing. For some reason, we have to associate like trauma with it somehow.
Yeah. That's what I was going to say. I love it that we're all so unhealthy. Yeah. And it was like we have a trauma bond without trauma, and then you were like,
"It's just
we just got a bond." It's like we can be bonded like normal people too.
Like, that's right. So it felt so crazy to me, and I love that you guys have that. And it's it is interesting now getting all the recognition, even just from like other influencers and stuff. I'm like, you fucking hated me until, you know what I mean? Like, do you feel that way ever? Like with these celebrities or like people where it's like, oh, now you wanna, you wanna.
I get that a lot with the podcast now.
Yeah, she does. And I'm the opposite. I'm just so fucking. I think that I look at the message I'm trying to bring. And anybody who's willing to get behind it in any way is helping what I know is for the greater cause. So I'm just like, if you fucked me, I don't care. Like,
it doesn't matter how you got here, but you got here. Yeah,
it's like I'm glad you're here now. And it's still, I still talking about the Grammys. I still feel like the fish out of water a little bit.
Really?
Because I mean, dude,
Tell me more about that.
We're obviously a couple of yellow ducks in a white duck pond. You know what I mean? It's fucking. We don't got a quack or flap for people to recognize us. And we're standing in the back, and I'm looking around, and it was the coolest thing where the way we were at the Grammys, but for the safety of being honest, barely. I mean, the table behind us was general admission.
Yeah.
We were as far as you could go.
It's funny because every time I saw you on the screen, I was screaming, seeing you guys. Like that's all I wanted to see. Because it feels like it's for the people.
Yeah.
Like seeing you guys at the Grammys, I'm like, fuck yes. Like I don't, you know what I mean? I'm like,
clip that. I need that clip. That's how I feel. Listen, have you ever seen a movie called Cinderella Man?
No.
Yes.
I thought about naming
the boxing movie, right?
Yes, I thought about naming my album this, but not enough people got the reference. But it's this old retired boxer in the Great Depression that goes back for a title run because he can't afford to feed his family. There's a moment where it's the saddest scene I've ever seen in a movie where they're eating an imaginary sandwich because they couldn't afford any food that night. And this father's like coaching him through. It's like such a just dramatic scene. And he goes and ends up winning a title at like 40 something years old. It was like biggest underdog in boxing history to win a title. And there's a moment in the movie where he's running through and all these like layman workers are like cheering for him. And he's like, he looks at his manager because he's so confused. He goes, "Why are they cheering for me?" He goes, "Because you're fighting for them."
Wow.
You have to see. It's such a special
It's a really
movie.
good movie. He made me watch it the other night.
I'm
It is.
going to
So
watch it.
I mean, I
tonight.
literally get teary-eyed saying that line because it's like, that's who we are.
Yeah.
We're fighting for them. You know what I mean? Like, so when you see that, I'm like, that's how I feel when I'm there.
Yeah.
I'm looking around like, yo, I'm here. Me and my wife are here representing an entire group of people that have never been properly represented at critical mass, right? On the biggest platform of the whole world, and they're cutting cameras to me after the biggest celebrities on earth, and they know that I'm here on some fucking wild shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
That is so awesome.
I thought it was so funny because after the Grammys, we were made into a GIF. And I was like, is that how you pronounce it, a GIF?
I thought it was a GIF.
Oh, it's
I
a
don't know.
GIF?
I think
But I
it
also
could be
thought she was
either.
Mongeau.
Mongeau.
And I was like, babe, we're finally a GIF. Like, I was so happy about it. I was like, we made it. You know, that was like, after the Grammys, it was so funny.
I really like the way I feel seeing the two of you anywhere and just succeeding and representing is I don't think I've ever felt it about any other duo, any other celebrities, I don't know. I almost just cried listening to you because it's
Yeah, well, because it's special to see people that you relate to. I feel like that's what made me gravitate toward you also is like, I don't want to see, I mean, of course I want to see everybody be successful, but I
Yeah.
want to see people who deserve it be successful.
Yeah.
Like, or
How
like
did you
who
guys
have-
meet?
we don't know.
At a bar, honestly, at a Chip and Wales.
Yeah.
I love that place.
What a
I love
callback.
that place.
I swear to God, it's like, to be fair, I was on the Xannies and I was in a
Oh.
dark place. I
We
was
just like basically
all
just
of it.
ended up together.
yeah.
all the
One day
time.
she was just there, and I don't
Aw,
remember.
I
that.
love
Like,
that.
and I it was just special to me. One day she was just there, and I swear it was like even with this podcast, I thought about everyone in my life and who I wanted to do it with, and it was just like I knew it was her, and
Yeah.
I saw this,
Yeah.
Oh.
and it's beautiful, and it's like I'm just seeing everyone like freak out over her.
Yeah, you're
You
becoming
can't-
the it
literally
girl right
can't
now.
talk about it. I'm
Brooke.
like,
No, but it makes me like, because I've just always known, and it like
Yeah.
makes me so fucking happy.
No,
you know what I
I
mean?
love it.
I keep seeing TikToks on my For You page, and it can be the most random shit. It's like a fucking cat like eating
Yeah.
some shit, and all the top comments are Brooke reposted, and I'm like,
Yeah.
like,
No, I get so much shit on my FYP about her too, and it's just like it's really cute to see that they're like Brooke's the new it girl, and they
Aw.
just love it. And then just seeing you guys together, I think everybody wants a best friend duo, and we got a brunette and a
Yeah.
blonde, and it's like
With
it
an
just checks
inseparable bond.
literally it checks all the boxes, and it's
Yeah.
just like you guys are like I said, you're just representing for.
I just
And-
love to see good real people
Yeah.
win in
Yeah,
every
and
aspect.
sure.
like you were saying, we show the toxic parts of our relationship too, and I think that people
yeah.
Yeah.
it speaks to people because I feel like
Well, the clips of y'all that come across my FYP is y'all vulnerability is y'all's superpower.
Mhm.
It's kind of what ours is
Mhm.
like our
That's why I
and it
love you guys.
makes conversation so much cooler. If you just come in and lay the vulnerable stuff out first,
Mhm.
you kind of let the room relax, and man, conversations start getting meaningful.
100%.
You know what I mean? And it's just so different when it starts like, as we've gotten older, this is when I knew I was getting old. When I started searching and craving meaningful conversations.
Yeah.
100%.
Something with substance for sure.
Yeah, where it's and vulnerability is the fastest way there.
Yeah, I've always felt that way. I feel like I go on a lot of podcasts where the topics of conversation are just like, so how much did you make on OnlyFans?
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh,
come on,
not
dude.
this again. Like
Yeah.
it is nice. I feel like when we sit on this couch, like we are down to fucking put it all out there
Yeah.
with people, without people, whatever it is.
Yeah.
And it's
I'm like, we've got nothing to lose. I'll talk about
I will-
anything.
I will say though, back to the Grammys, I felt so loved though. For us to be as far away as we was.
Yeah.
I mean, Taylor came over to talk to us. Jay-Z
was
came
that?
over and talked to us.
Really?
It was really cool.
What did they
Like,
say?
some of the Jay was just like, yo, man, I'm hip. I knew he was hip, but he was just showering me with love, telling me he loves the way I'm doing it. You know what I mean? Taylor literally made it a point to come over to just say hey. And
Did
she's
you
from
freak
Tennessee.
out?
Yeah,
Oh,
for sure.
he was
Yeah, for
fucking-
sure.
I would
Yeah, she's for
lose
sure.
my mind. That makes me like
Fangirl
giddy
moment
to
over
even
here.
think about.
Yeah, I got so nervous I didn't remember the name of the park, but that's how nervous I was. But when she's from a little town called Hendersonville, which is right outside
Yeah.
of Nashville,
Mhm.
and it's where my daughter lived with her mother before we got custody of her.
Mhm.
And Taylor Swift built a what do they call it? I guess it was just a park, right? What was it
Yeah.
called? A playground,
Yeah.
a huge playground for kids out.
I'm like, I'm not from Tennessee.
and I
don't
took my
know.
kid there for her whole younger life. You know what I mean? We were all like,
Oh, that's
all
special
through-
because now
Yeah.
Yeah, so so I'm telling her that, and she's like, "Really?" And I was like, "Yeah, the one in fucking I couldn't remember the name of the city." And I was just sitting there like, but it was really cool. But it was cool to me that they even last night, SZA, I was certain. I love the fuck out of SZA.
Me too.
And I had
She's so fucking
that
pretty,
bitch.
dude.
She's perfect.
that
Like,
bitch.
come
Everything.
on.
Dude.
I was just like, bro.
So I just kind of like politely, she's going by, big entourage, they're clear security. I mean, it's fucking SZA. It's a big deal. So I'm kind of like a fan. I'm kind of jumping in out of the shadows like, hey, SZA, my name's Jelly. I wanted to say hi. And she stopped. And I told my wife, she poured a word into me, man. I mean, man, she just like prophesied it over me. She was like, you don't know how much we're cheering for you. You don't know how much you mean to the world, how much you're changing people, I was sitting there like getting teary eyed. And she's like, she's putting her finger on my chest every time going, God got a plan for you. I heard your wife's the greatest human ever. I want to meet her. I go tell my wife, she don't believe me.
I'm like, what? SZA
I'm
knows
like,
who I am.
SZA fucks with us. She wants to meet you. And I'm like, we should go over there right now.
Yeah.
And she was like, I was like, I'm telling you, dude, SZA. Because, Bunnie thinks sometimes, this is where I have to gas her up too. Poor mama. Her imposter syndrome is, I'll meet people and be like, yo, they fuck with you. And she'll thinks that I'm just being like the husband, like, keeping the wife involved. I'm like, nah, bitch, like they fuck with you.
No,
And then
because
she's seen SZA and SZA fucks with her.
you can like feel your love through a screen, unlike anyone ever. I really do mean that. And you're just real as fuck. You know what's funny is we were sitting here before and obviously just discussing what we wanted to talk to you about, and we're talking about all this meaningful stuff we want to talk to you about. But then Brooke's like, I heard she dermaplaned her pussy off.
I'm like, I want to hear about her cutting her vagina off with the dermaplaning tool.
I did.
Well, now I just have to know before I continue my praises. But I just in my head I was like, fuck, I love her so much.
How did we get there?
So, oh God, I knew
That's a canceled topic right there.
I
That's
literally
like,
knew tell him the story. I was like, when I told it on the podcast, I was like, this is gonna fucking go
And what
viral.
y'all don't know is, when you hear a noise, it makes you go like this.
yeah.
Every time she talks about this, I'm just like, ooh.
I
'cause
told him after
No,
I
I'm
did
clenching.
it.
I'm clenching
Yeah.
everything
it's
right now.
So-
just pretty, and it's just hard to believe she just acts all Jim Duggan. You know what I'm saying? It's just crazy.
I inspect my hoot nanny all the time, as every girl should, right?
Yeah,
You
absolutely.
like you got to get in the mirror, you got to
That 3
spread your
times
legs,
mirror.
you got to see what angles look good and what don't, you know, because we just want to look good for our mans.
Yeah.
Of course.
And anyways, I had a labiaplasty done in Wynn, baby, right before I got with you, right?
Yeah, you were stitched up.
I've never told this story. Yeah, so
Wait, that's crazy. We really talk a lot about Audis on this podcast.
Yeah. So I had an Audi and it was cute. She had like little butterfly wings, but I just didn't like the aesthetic. It wasn't for me. Girls who have Audis, I love them on them and they look so good on them, but just on me, I just didn't want it. So I ended up getting a labiaplasty, and it was actually right whenever Jay and I first got together. And I remember I just wanted to have sex with him with the stitches, and he ended up ripping one of my stitches.
Oh,
no! So I had like a little lip that hung, and I had to, like,
Oh my
shove
God,
it back in there to heal together. It was a whole thing. But anyways,
Getting out the crazy glue and shit.
It's so uncomfortable.
I knew this was going to happen here
So-
today.
The transition
I
of
had
this
a
conversation
feeling.
in just 5 minutes is so
Literally.
crazy.
I love this shit.
No, literally. So I was inspecting one night as one does, and like a scar tissue when it grows out, like if I don't know if I've never really had scar tissue, but like on my lip, like actual lip, not the fucking the skin ones, but the vagina lips.
Yep.
Thank you for the detail.
It just
locked in.
literally came out like it looked like a little piece of rice, but it wasn't hard. It was the same.
Yeah, she said it's like a skin tag.
Yeah, but it wasn't a skin tag. It was like just a like jaggedness from being cut.
Yeah.
And it just kind of came out a little
And this
too
was from
far.
him, you think?
I don't know. And it just kind of came out a little too far. And I was just like, I took a deep breath and I was like, I'm either going to fucking have to go and make an appointment and fucking pay $10,000 to get my fucking vagina. And when they give you a labiaplasty, let me tell you something. They pump it up to where your pussy is like, have you ever seen one of those suction things that you put on that the people, okay. And it makes your pussy all fat.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like. They lidocaine it up and like pump it full of all this fluid and your pussy like is huge. Like it's the craziest thing you've ever
And
seen.
that is not her for the record.
No,
her is a little mousy.
No, literally, right? So fucking, I'm like, I can go and have to deal with this, or I can just fucking take care of it myself. So I rummaged around my fucking, bathroom, and I was like, what can I chop this off with? And because it was like so little, like I didn't think anything of it.
This is so crazy.
And all I had was the little fucking dermaplane things, and I was like, all right, this will do.
Yep.
So I sat there and I did the first slice, and I realized it was more than I should have just had like a real razor blade.
Yeah.
So I literally had to sit there and just kind of saw through it.
It's giving ham sandwich.
Yeah, like, that's the thing. A dermaplaning tool. It's not like a super sharp.
I realize that now. Like I thought they were hella sharp because they're
yeah.
scraping skin off your face.
I think a steak knife
This
might
makes my
have
pecker
been better.
hurt.
Or a butter knife
Yeah.
at this point. Yeah,
Some kitchen scissors.
Literally
Stop
something.
it, please.
Scissors would have been way
Stop.
quicker.
Thanks,
Yeah.
Brooke.
I'm so sorry. I don't know why I had to know about this, but I just really did.
But like
I'm
literally,
traumatized.
it was so small that literally the healing was like 24 hours and it was gone. Like it was done.
Oh my God.
Perfect.
It's so we had this podcast episode where she talked about how when she can't get her fake tan off, she would use a magic eraser, like for the
What?
kitchen. You know what I mean?
Do not take medical advice or any advice from the canceled podcast.
Yeah,
I keep
please
saying
don't.
that.
I mean,
Please
girls
don't
have
saw your
chemical
pussy lip
burns.
off.
Yeah, and I gave a bunch
Please.
of girls chemical burns.
Oh, no.
But like,
All right, please do not saw
So,
your
yeah,
lips
do
off, guys.
not-
Please. All right, just
Or
don't
just
do
at
that.
your own risk.
Yeah.
And don't, you know what
Go
I
to
mean?
a doctor, pay the money. It's way
Yeah,
worth
this
it.
isn't.
Okay?
We are not WebMD,
Yeah,
and we
well-
cannot stress that enough.
Yeah, no, for
You
sure.
know, but
We're
holy
not
fuck.
well either. So
Oh my God, that's some
Clearly.
shit I would do though, for real. It's. I'm always in like the magnifying mirror, just doing some shit I shouldn't be.
no,
doing.
I mean I'm just poking around, just looking
Yeah.
around, you know.
completely.
I love that. I love that. I knew we wasn't gonna get out of here without lips being talked
Well,
about. at some
I
point.
think that the dichotomy, you know, of just a little God talk, a little
Yeah,
pussy lip
me
talk,
too.
like all of
That's
it together.
literally our whole brand. So.
Yeah.
our whole thing.
I really want to come on your podcast too.
Dude,
Oh,
I'm ready.
yay.
I'm so
Dumb
ready.
Blonde, come on. That's
yeah,
right up my
let's do
alley.
it. It's
She
dude.
should be
Next
one of your first
season.
guests at the new spot.
Next
I
season
would
is
love to.
fucking
Do you shoot in Vegas?
wild. Yeah, we have a studio in Vegas, and then we just bought a whole compound. We're moving from a like 1,000 square foot studio to a 6,000 square foot house that is just for
In Vegas?
No, in Nashville. So I have a studio in Nashville and I have a studio in Vegas.
When do y'all
Yeah.
play Nashville? Do y'all know?
We
We
just
just did.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, we wanted you guys to come, but I forget you were doing
You
something
were
crazy.
doing the on-site stuff, baby.
Oh yeah, I was out. Yeah, I was.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was so much fun.
we had a
Yeah.
few days in Nashville too. It was great.
What venue did
Next
we play
time
in
we'll come
Nashville?
see you. I want to come see one of you guys' shows.
I would
We'll roll up.
love
Yeah,
for
that'd
you
be so
guys to
fun.
come because
Yeah.
I thought for a minute I thought you were gonna come and then I know you guys got busy and whatever. But there was a couple days where we didn't know we were trying to plan it, and I
no.
was like, if Jelly Roll is at this show,
No,
like,
I was
have
so
to kill
stressed out. I was
myself.
like, Jelly
Oh.
Roll cannot come to our fucking
Oh,
Oh, I would have
Yeah.
came. I'd
He
have loved
would've
it.
loved it, yeah.
I
It
wanted to
was
come.
like-
He did.
I know now that you're more because I know that you're like with it, like all
yeah.
of it. Like I never thought we'd have you on this couch discussing the pussy lip with the razor. You know what I mean? Like so I love that.
Yeah,
it's
no,
just
he
so good.
always he supports whatever I support. So he's like, you want me to go? I'll go.
I
was like,
fucking
you're going.
love that. Like
That's
I'm
why we
so
didn't do it
happy.
whenever you guys came to Nashville because I wanted to get him on the pod with you guys for sure. So.
I think it's this duo is just unmatched.
Aw.
It really is, and
we
it's
love
like
you guys. We support you guys, man. We're cheering you guys on.
I
Oh,
feel
thank
the
you. We're gonna
exact
make
same.
it back to Nashville. I love
I
it
can't
there,
wait.
and I'm
Y'all
trying to
should-
find me a
we're
country
about to
guy.
be on,
Yeah.
we're about to be on tour too. So
Yeah.
I mean, we'll link up because you guys are going back out, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
we're going
like-
back out now and in the fall, I think. Too.
Okay, yeah. So we start August, right, baby?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So we'll be on tour August, and maybe like we can meet up in whatever city.
Yeah, I know. I wonder if we're gonna have any crossover.
Yeah,
I
we'll
really
have to
hope
check
so.
that out. I'll
That's the
send you our
coolest
tour.
thing when you're touring and
Mhm.
the homies have a day off or
Yeah.
something.
Do you
Yes.
enjoy touring?
Oh, listen. It is my purpose. It is what I do.
I call him a rambling man.
She knows from day one. I'm a shaker, dude. I go.
Mm.
And I love it.
Do you
I
have
couldn't
any
imagine
like
not doing it.
touring rituals or things that you guys love to do on the road or things that make it easier? Just anything. Now I'm obsessed with knowing that.
Yeah. Well, we have like pre-show rituals. We do. Me and the band get together. We say a prayer and have a thing we do. But as you get older, you'll see that I just focus on, man, that hour and a half's all that matters that day to
Yep.
me.
Mm.
I feel like a professional fighter on show days. I
Mhm.
try to stay off my feet. I try to make sure I slept good. I'm the guy that'll sleep for 7 hours on that bus,
Yep.
wake up, take another melatonin, go back for 4 more.
Mm.
I will
Absolutely.
sleep
That
as
was
much as
That's
possible
my
on
girl.
tour.
that was me on this tour because I was like, if I don't get this sleep, no one's gonna be happy.
Yeah.
For sure,
You know?
yeah. It's like, and the
Yeah.
only way that your voice recovers, the body recovers, is when it's in sleep.
Mhm.
It's when your body heals itself. So it's like Brent Smith from a band called Shinedown taught me that.
Yeah.
He said the key to singing 5 nights a week is 2 gallons of water a day and no less than 8 hours of sleep a night under any circumstance. And man, I live by it.
Yep.
It's like
And
putting
I
your
won't
phone on a
drink.
charger.
I won't drink if I have a show the next day.
Yeah.
That's my rule too. Is like if we do have a drink, it's got to be like no, I won't butt nothing up against it. I just like
Clearly. How he showed up today.
Yeah, this is why I don't do that
Yeah.
because I blew a meeting today.
Yeah.
Fuck it, I'll announce it here.
I was like,
Should I?
but yeah, I don't care. I mean, we
So,
can always believe it if we need to.
We're partnering with. I'm with a record label called Stony Creek Records, which is Jason Aldean, Lainey Wilson, and myself. If y'all
That's
listen to much
amazing.
Country. Yep.
It's a line up right there.
Yeah, it's
Come
incredible.
on.
We
And
love Lainey. Shout out Lainey.
Yeah. she's
because we've been
everything.
having success on the pop side now,
Yeah.
we're partnering that label with a label called Republic Records.
Yep.
Which is the home of Taylor Swift,
Yeah.
Ariana Grande, The Weeknd,
Weeknd.
Post
Hello.
Malone.
Yep.
That partnership happened today.
Oh wow.
Really?
Yeah, it's a really big deal. It should be in the news cycle in the next couple days. I was supposed to go down there and play the album for both labels. And I was supposed to take a picture, like the trade shot for the, this is the biggest.
right.
This is Monty and Avery Lippman and John Lowe. This is the
Yes.
two biggest presidents in music.
Yes.
3 biggest presidents in music, and I fucking blew it.
Oh my
I was
God.
so.
But he got up
hungover.
for the canceled
Yeah,
podcast.
but I did
that
make it here.
Such
though.
an honor.
That might be the wrong setup. Like I think you might have should have bailed on us.
No.
Oh my! Congratulations.
Well, that is
Yeah.
so amazing.
We're
And you know
stoked.
what? You'll be back there.
You will definitely.
Yeah, that's
be
how I
back
felt.
there.
They're cool. I get to hang out with a few of them tomorrow night.
And
so.
then iHeartRadio, like the night before, iHeart is so fun. I've
It
been to a
was.
few, and it's
Yeah.
They're so fun, man. They do it,
It was
right.
the best
Yeah.
award show we've been to.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
because
One of
it's
the best
just
ones
it
we
feels
had.
really young and fun.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like
Well,
yeah,
really
they
cool.
know what they're doing, man. They get you in there, they put you on the carpet. You're on the carpet for like fucking 20, 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And then you go straight to the show. The show's 2 hours and you
Yeah.
go home.
Yeah,
You know?
just
Because
perform
we got
well-
some
well
carpets that are
structured.
like 2 hours.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
performed. Me and Lainey did Save Me.
yeah.
It was really,
I
really
love
cool.
Oh my God,
so
I need to go watch
It was.
immediately.
You got to. It's really. We've done a
Yeah.
lot of song that thing together a lot. Last night was the best version of it we've ever done.
Really.
It was special, dude.
No, it was really
Wait,
good. Hey, you
that's
fucking
so-
killed it.
I've
on your
gotta
vocals
see
last
it.
night. Yeah, it was awesome.
It was really, really
Stop.
special. And then I won those 2 awards, and Shinedown gave it to me, which are like mentors of mine. So
Yeah.
it's just,
That's
That's
it was like-
amazing.
We
At
love the
that
boys
point,
of
and
Country
that was the
and
moment I
pop.
was like, oh yeah, tonight is one of the celebratory nights.
Yeah.
for sure.
To the Rainbow Room we go.
Yeah.
I love that.
It
so
is. You earned
much.
your
Next thing
And
I
by
know, I'm shooting
12:30
shots with
swimming
Flavor
in-
Flav of
Yeah.
12.
Fucking Flava Flav. I
The
love
man.
him.
And he's a
Rainbow
Vegas
Room?
icon.
I
Yeah.
love him.
Hey, do you ever just see him roaming around Vegas randomly
I
too?
see him at every fucking award show now. But
Yeah.
Does
like,
he stop the clock?
He's the yes.
Yes.
He's
Oh,
the
yeah.
sweetest
And the big
man.
wife, he's so
He is.
And
Flavor
his
Flav.
wife is so fucking cool, man. She's this hot fucking bodacious blonde.
Oh, wait, I love that.
Yeah. Hey, Flavor Flav's 65 and he
Really?
still has so much fucking energy.
Yeah.
And he's so nice and he's so welcoming. And the cool thing about him is he cheers everybody the fuck on.
He really does.
He like gives everybody their flowers. He's so what are you smiling about?
Just Flavor. I'm just thinking
I
about
know, right? I have so many I can
He's
show
just
you I have
such a
so many
great
videos
guy.
of my phone last night of him. He's just so
it.
happy.
The best part
to
last
be
night
here.
was when Beyonce was up there.
Yeah.
She goes up and everybody quits clapping for a second. And right before she goes to speak, you just hear Flavor Flav go, yeah, B. It's at the Dolby Theater.
Yeah.
Oh my
It
God.
was
What do you
so
guys
cute.
What do you guys think about Beyonce's country album?
Love it. I'm here
Yeah.
for it.
Me
I'm in my
too. I want
Cowboy Carter
everybody to
era,
go
too.
country.
Mm.
Yeah,
I
listen,
know.
as somebody who is in the country music space, Post Malone doing a country album, great for us.
Uh-huh.
Lana Del Rey doing a country album, great
Let's
for
go.
us.
I'm ready for that one.
Me too. Beyonce doing a country album, great. Like all of this is like, it's blurring the lines of music a little more. This country is so divided right now. Y'all.
Yeah.
And we have created systems to divide America, right? We have a 2-party political system. That's the stupidest shit ever.
Uh-huh.
It's like going to a fucking football game.
Yep.
Somebody's going to cheer for this guy and against this guy. It's immediately
Yeah,
made to
right.
split us.
Wow.
I think genres are too,
Yeah.
because they become such a thing where you start to pride yourself on them. Like, oh, I don't listen to country, or
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't listen to pop, or I don't listen
Yeah.
to rock. And it's like, man, but what if it's good music?
Yeah.
Mm.
What if
Yeah.
they put it in a rock category?
And
but it's a
country's
really
always
good song?
like been so far away from everything else, and it is. People are like, I don't listen to country.
Yeah.
It's so nice.
And that's the only thing people say. No one ever says like, "Oh, I don't listen to pop." I feel like
Yeah.
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 everyone
it's-
wants to like boast about not listening to country.
But
I'm like,
Country
hello.
music's
Like it's
cooler than it's
brag.
like it's a
Yeah.
brag. Like, I don't listen to, but it's like country music's cooler than it's ever been.
I
Oh
know,
my
and
God.
it's
It
my
really is.
favorite.
Yeah.
I love it so much, and I think it's so sick.
And I
So
think it's
love
I
to
say
see
it all the time. I give the flowers immediately. It's Zach Bryan and Morgan Wallen to me.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
They took country music to a critical mass scale. Morgan Wallen's
Yeah.
got him and Zach Bryan outstream every pop artist on earth, but the big 3.
Mhm.
But Taylor or The Weeknd or one. You know what I mean?
Beyonce.
Besides that, they are Beyonce. They're out streaming everybody.
Dude, we
Zach
went to
Bryan's my
see Zach
favorite artist of
Bryan.
all. He's my favorite.
Yeah.
She was like, do you want to go with me to see Zach Bryan in LA? I thought we were going to be in a car to the motherfucking Roxy. And we show up at the Forum and I was like, oh shit. Like I didn't
And it was
realize.
like night 1 of 4
Yeah.
or 5 or something.
Yeah.
It was. I almost feels like I know he's been around. I think too, but it does feel like he just like came out of nowhere and got so
TikTok,
successful so
because
quickly.
TikTok blows people up, you know?
Yeah.
So it's like you don't get to see all the hard work that they did before.
I know.
Yeah.
I was thinking, Noah Khan.
Yeah.
That's like he got what, best new artist or something, and it's like he's
Mhm.
been making music for forever.
Yeah,
Like
kind of like my story. He's
Yeah.
also, him and Zach are salt
We
of the fucking earth.
They're great humans.
love
Yeah.
them.
Yeah.
Oh
So-
my god.
Awesome,
So sweet.
awesome, dude.
yeah.
The best, all best new artists at the Grammys this year. I feel like it was so different than it's ever been. Like I feel like a lot of the years best new artists to me felt like it was just a bunch of like industry plant vibes. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like this year really felt like all these fucking real people who did it and make amazing music. Like this shift is like,
Even Victoria, I stand up for her winning that award. What people don't know about Victoria, y'all probably do, is that Victoria wrote hits for everybody.
yeah.
You've listened to so many Victoria songs that you didn't know was because Ariana sung them or Miley sung them or whoever. But like that girl has been writing hit songs for everybody but herself for the last
Yep.
decade.
Yeah.
So it's like to watch her get
Now it's
that.
her
is-
time.
Yeah, it was cool this
Yeah.
year to look around. I felt the same way you felt. I looked around like all of these new artist category are like celebrities.
Yeah.
Like normally they're not like you'll have like one stand like Olivia the year she won.
Yep.
But traditionally it's like you said, it's just kind of the newer industry people.
Yep.
Like I looked around like Noah sells out arenas.
Yep.
Victoria's wrote dozens of hits. I
Yep.
sell out arenas. I just remember looking, Fred again, the DJ,
Yeah.
huge.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like even the guy that you knew the least there can go sell out
Yep.
Red Rocks. You know what I'm saying?
and have
It was
cult
really cool.
fans, like
Yeah.
real fucking
Yeah.
fans, not just like some
Yeah.
ghost
For
streams.
sure.
Yeah.
No, it
Yeah.
was really, it was like a cool, I don't think they'll ever have it that stacked again. That category won't never be that
Ever.
stacked again.
When that
You know
shit
what I mean?
got announced, I was like,
Yeah.
oh my God. Because I love you. I love Noah. I was like, oh my God, I don't even know.
I
what
thought
to
Noah
do.
deserved it too. I did. I
Yeah.
was cheering for Noah. I thought, but I'm also lose my mind every time I love Vermont, but it's the
It's the
season
best
of
song
sticks and
ever.
vine. It's
Yeah.
like, yeah.
That's my
Um,
favorite fucking song
it's the-
ever.
He's a sweetie.
When
pie.
I see it live, I'm gonna croak.
Yeah,
I
he's-
need to so
yeah,
bad.
he's
We've
a
tried
beast.
so many times and we just keep missing him because
Yeah.
we're either all
Same with you
gone.
though.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see you live. For
We'll
the
bump.
first
I'm
Oh,
telling
yeah,
you. And
you guys
I
come
think,
on.
well, it'll catch each other. We're talking about bumping into each other. But y'all know Bert Kreischer?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Y'all, have y'all ever met Bert? Y'all
I
love
I
Bert.
haven't, but I wish.
Bert is the man.
He's
you would love Bert.
amazing.
Yes.
He,
Him and his wife.
They're all
Yeah.
man, such a fucking boss.
Mhm.
But
So funny.
I think we bumped into Bert 4 times this year on the road.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Really?
just like we toured the same cycle and the same amount of shows.
Yeah.
So like, I swear it's 5 different times I got to go see Bert because it was an off night or he'd be an hour away.
Yeah.
So we played Dallas the same night.
Really?
Yeah, I pulled up to the arena so fucking mad. I played the amphitheater and I couldn't get the arena. And I walked in the arena. I was like, "You're why I couldn't get this fucking arena, Bert."
That just happened to us with Jerry Seinfeld.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
is he still touring?
Yes. It was so fucking
What?
funny
Did
to
y'all
see the
watch it?
line of canceled fans next to the line of Jerry
Yeah,
fans
because it was the
talking
same. So
to
it was
each
like
other.
2 theaters in the same like place.
Where
so
was
like,
this at?
where were we?
Gun to my head, I couldn't tell you.
Damn.
We were in
I looked
San
at it and I
Antonio.
was like, I'm
just
San
here.
Antonio, Texas. Basically, we shared the same like little area and whatever, but like they had to walk in at the same time. So it was like a bunch of like middle-aged people in like gowns, and then the canceled fans in shirts that say like, "I do anal."
That's
Yeah.
hilarious.
Yes.
That is
It was
hilarious.
so
You
funny.
could tell the Jerry fans were scared shit.
I
to
love
us.
that. But you know what? I bet
Yes.
you guys converted some of them too.
I hope
Piqued
so.
their interest.
I just,
I
if,
hope so.
if nothing else, I hope they were curious about
literally,
what was
it's like
going on.
cross pollination.
Yeah, absolutely.
All boats float, dude.
Yeah.
Who do you
for
watch
sure.
on TikTok? Like, who are some of your favorite TikTokers?
Ooh, yeah, tell us, Bob.
Starzy. I love
Starzy.
Starzy. He's one of my favorites. A lot of people don't know about him, but he's this kid who, like, I don't really know much about him, but he's so fucking hilarious. He carries around a doll and he swims in creeks all the time and he finds
Oh,
shit.
no.
You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
I fucking love him because he's feel good content.
Yeah.
You know, like I can't follow like drama and like people that are beefing with each other and shit like that. Like that shit makes me feel icky. When I follow people, I want to laugh or I want to smile or I want to feel good. And literally that kid, just all he does is just make people smile.
Stop.
And
I can't wait to watch.
You got to go check him out. He is
I will.
the sweetest little angel ever.
What's on your For You page?
I'm still on the Mama Tot train.
Yes.
That's your favorite, right?
I love Mama Tot.
I love Mama Tot, dude. Something about Mama Tot just does it for me.
Yeah,
Just-
she's everything. She's
a
feel good.
sweetie pie.
she's
content
country
too.
and she's such a sweet human too, but she's just country enough that I get it.
Yep.
So like the first time I seen it, I was like, oh, I grew up with her. That's my aunt.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was like, I've got like 4 aunts and an uncle that are just like her.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? You
Oh
know?
my God. If I'm having a bad day and I get one of those Mama Tot videos
Yeah.
where she sits
Have you
down
ate
and
today?
she's like,
Yeah.
oh my God, it's sending me every time. I'm crying.
Immediately, like I need a sandwich.
Yes. Right
No,
now,
she's
so
a sweetie
bad.
pie. Have you got to meet her?
No, I haven't.
She's so sweet. You got to meet her. You'll love
she
her.
is everything.
Yeah, she came on the podcast.
Papa
a
Tot's
couple
the
years
dude
ago.
too. He's a hoot
Yeah,
and a half too.
Papa
Yeah.
Tot's a
I
sweetie
love
pie.
hoot and a half. I
Hoot
love
and a
all
half.
of your like country phrases you've said.
Yeah.
You said something.
I know I'm
tickled you
borrowing
and I-
everything you guys have said.
No,
you
it's fine.
too.
Take
You have
it.
so many
Take
funny
it.
little phrases.
Growing up, my parents would ship me to Texas if I was bad with like my grandma. So I have like some country roots in me and
Aw.
like certain things like that. I love it.
I love
I
that.
could see myself living in the country at some point. Like
It's
just-
peaceful.
You come to Tennessee.
Yeah,
I want to go to Tennessee so bad.
Nashville's.
We'll find
I
you a
love
country
it.
boy. That's easy.
That's
Yeah.
I need it
Yeah.
so
Yeah,
bad.
no, Matt Rife's in Nashville.
Yes,
Yeah.
thank God. Sorry.
Did you hear what she did with Matt's exes?
Oh yeah, I seen this.
That is like
See all this
No,
shit.
no, I can't help it. Why? It's the funniest thing ever.
Yeah, no, it's
It's
great.
so honest.
I was like,
It-
let's go, Brooke, go.
She got them all out of the group
I'm usually
chat.
I
not
love
so
it.
messy, but
No,
I was having a moment.
Oh, dude, it's
It was-
iconic.
It was so good. I
You
was just sitting there
deserved
watching
it.
it all.
but now
like-
I'm reformed and now I need a nice country boy.
There you go.
I'm excited to see what you do in Nashville for fun because Nashville for me, it's kind of like I experience it with a lot of people who want to go out and drink, and it's kind of like a country Vegas. If you're, you know what I mean.
They
If you're
call it
just on
Nash
there.
Vegas.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and so I would love to see what you do there. Not
I do nothing.
drinking.
I do nothing at all.
Wait,
I work.
I love doing nothing.
Literally. Well,
Yes.
it's just Nashville has become my peace, my safe space. And when I want chaos, I go to Vegas.
Yep.
And I'll go fucking gamble with the crew
Mhm.
or, we'll fucking go run around there and do shit. And then I go home and everything's just peaceful.
What do you play when you gamble?
Blackjack.
Oh my
Blackjack.
God.
I see you're
wanna-
playing poker.
Yes, it's my favorite
I love
thing.
that about you.
I just got back from Vegas yesterday. I was
I
gambling
love
my little
that.
heart away. It's
Do
my
you have a
favorite.
gambling problem?
No. However,
trading one vice for another.
Yes. However, I'm having to, be
Get it under
aware
wraps. Yeah.
of. You guys saw that stuff where people were saying that Bruno Mars was $50 million in debt from gambling.
Yeah, I
don't
saw
know.
that.
But then
But
apparently
he got
he's
a marker. Yeah, he got a marker probably and
Yeah.
is like working it off or something.
not. Yeah, he. I don't think he actually is, but it scared me for a second. I was like, listen, if it can happen to Bruno, it can for sure fucking happen to Tana Mongeau. Okay, so I'm chilling with it.
Yeah.
Like,
no,
and just-
when I used to work in Vegas and, I was doing my other profession, I used to.
Which was
The call girl. I was
Oh
a high
my
priced call girl. Yeah.
so fun. Kidding. Sorry.
But I would sit at the poker tables all the time and watch all the whales fucking just play like, fucking
Yeah.
200, 500 grand a hand. And I just
Yes.
used to watch it like just sick to my stomach. Like, how do you do that?
Yep.
Yeah.
Taking a couple chips, hopefully
Oh,
for the
God. Oh,
for
yeah.
the road. You've been so open about everything, like you know what I mean, like obviously stopping doing that, but also even
OnlyFans,
OF and
right?
everything.
Oh.
Like you quit.
Yeah.
What did you just wake up one day and you're like, this isn't me anymore?
Ooh,
get-
I'm so glad we get to talk about this.
You get to a point where you just have to like I've built so much with the podcast now
Mhm.
that it's like I'm making more money now with my clothes on. Why am I going to have this over here on the side where I'm taking my clothes off and literally showing everything, but I'm also at home raising a little girl who's I'm trying to teach her self-worth and
Yep.
that she doesn't need to use her body to do things and
Mhm.
stuff like that. So my priorities kind of changed because I was just like, I tell everybody I married a rapper. Everybody's like, you don't dress like a country singer's wife. And I'm like, because I married a fucking rapper.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that's why I don't. But
She's got the denim boots on. Come on, I don't play with
you
her.
guys
some
country
country
enough
in
for
you.
me. Yeah, for sure.
It's country, but CUNT.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Love that. Love that. Yes. And I just got, my husband was switching over to country and Jay has never asked me to not do anything. He's never asked me to not be in the sex industry. He's always been like, baby, whatever fills your cup and makes you feel independent. Cause I am
love
always
that.
like, I have to be independent. I have to pay my own way and blah, blah,
Yeah.
blah. So he's never asked me to stop. But when he switched over to country, I was just like, I don't want to be the only country music star's wife who has their butthole on the internet.
Yeah.
You know, and I was just like, I don't want to do this for our kid, and I don't want to do this for him anymore. So I was just like, you know, it was scary because I was going to lose a huge chunk of my income. But at the same time, I was like, I just got to trust God and trust the universe. And I'm so glad I did because he gave it back to me tenfold.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah. And I'm sure the podcast is a lot more like fulfilling.
It is. I love it. The podcast.
Show your personality.
Yeah.
I'm in a similar boat right now. Like I've been doing it for years and years, and I loved it when it started, like, cause it was so fun. And you know what I mean? But now it's like we do this all the time. Like the other day I shot for it and I was like, I don't know if this is me anymore, but I'm in this weird battle where it's like I was sexualized for so long and I loved the idea of flipping it, you know what I mean? And getting to make the money and be like, fuck you, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I'm battling with like not like putting the check down. You know what I mean? It's like, fuck,
do
like,
it because God's going to bless you in other ways. I promise you. And what's taking your time to focus on that, you're going to be able to pour it into something else, and it's literally just going to come back tenfold. I promise you.
We could be in our no OF era.
I love that. Let's go, baby.
What do we get to be part of the ushering in of that era?
I love that. I love that for you. And I love my girls who do OF, you know, like fucking go, babies, go. Get that fucking bag. Do whatever you got to do. But when you're ready to hang it up. And it's not like you can't ever go back.
That's so true.
Literally. And I even told Jay that. And I tell everybody, I'm like, listen, if we ever come up on hard times, you know, I'm fucking OFing it up again, you know, like, but for right now, it just doesn't serve a purpose in my life.
I hate to always drop a quote, but my father used to always say,
I love it.
I'm loving it.
He's literally like this all the time.
My father used to always say, you can always go back, but you can't always go forward.
Yep.
And that's like a philosophy in life. Like, you know, if you start walking into the forest, you can always turn around and walk back out of the forest. There might not always be the chance to go forward.
Yep.
So if you got a chance to go forward, go forward.
Damn.
Yeah, do it.
Damn. Never stop dropping quotes first.
Literally,
That was
right?
are you
That's
kidding?
a Buddy D for quote. That's my father taught me that.
Buddy.
That's awesome.
Rest in peace, buddy.
Yeah.
And you guys are just such good parents now and everything.
But I do want to
just
touch
love
on
this.
something about the OF thing because she posted about getting off OF a year or two ago. And it was there was a little context missing.
Yeah.
Because, of course, all these articles.
Everything
write
I
about
post
it
now
now.
turns into a fucking headline.
But she had quit shooting content for OF a year before she got off OF.
2 years.
2 years.
Yeah.
I hadn't made a new video. I was literally recycling.
Just repurposing.
And fucking making so much money off of it. Like, it was wild.
Yep.
So it was. So, like, the headline looks like Daily Wire posted yesterday, Jelly plant smoosh on like recently retired sex worker wife. And I'm like,
I just went and sucked a dick.
Yeah.
Like,
Jesus. Fuck.
Like, what the fuck?
And
Like, thanks, Daily Wire.
No, it was the Daily Mail, not the Daily Wire. It was the Daily Mail.
Daily Mail.
But
yeah.
It's
but I
always
was like,
the
maybe
Daily
we'll just
Mail.
maybe we'll just
For
give a
real.
little context here.
Yeah.
That, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She wasn't
sure.
popping pussy for 30 months before that
Yeah,
either.
yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
It's like, you know.
They hold on to everything. The Daily Mail has been it.
And my thing is, I just want to support her in whatever she wants to do. I mean, she's a beautiful woman. I want her to feel beautiful above everything, and if that makes her feel beautiful and seen, I was always with that. There's another old quote that says, "There's a guy in a hole, and I can go by and try to pull him out, and can't get him out. Somebody drops a ladder and can't get him out, and then somebody jumps in the hole.
Yep.
And the guy, look, you know this story, right? And the guy goes, oh, we're fucked now. Both of us are in the hole. And the guy goes, no, I know the way out. You know what I mean? And that's our relationship. We're in the hole together. You know what I'm saying? That's it. I'm beside you. I'm not in front of you. I'm not behind you. I'm beside you.
I
Shout out to-
best
love
friend
you
you guys so much, and it just shows. It just how authentic your relationship. I think it's one of the most authentic relationships, like that the public is seeing, like right now
appreciate
and
that.
today.
I love when people compare us to Sharon and Ozzy.
Oh come on, yes.
I'm like, okay, I'll take
Yes.
it.
I will too, actually.
Yeah.
I'm
Like,
a
I
little
love that.
aloof.
Yeah, it's
How
valid
are
though.
If you ever see him drunk, I got a video on my phone right now of him walking naked down the hallway.
Stop.
I'm trying to figure out how I can post it on TikTok.
When she said I was naked running down the hallway, I thought like shirt off or something, you know?
Yeah.
No, I mean, I didn't have a pair of
No,
socks
he had
on.
no skivvies on.
Oh my God, I
It was
love
I
it
didn't have a pair
though.
of
Yeah.
socks. I mean, I'm ass naked.
I
She's
look
trying
for-
like, don't do it. I was like, fuck yeah.
He's like, I think you don't know who you married, Bunnie. I was like, oh, okay. I was like, go ahead then. Go off, King.
But
I
y'all
was
gotta
like,
have
do it.
fun.
Yeah,
like,
you're
I
keeping
love
it
it.
fun.
Keeping it fun, keeping it young.
Nah.
I want to know one thing.
Yeah.
Will you ever have any more kids?
No. You know, we talk about this a lot. And I actually, the other day, right before we got into bed, I was like, do you regret us not having kids? And he's like, this is a really deep fucking question while we're getting into bed.
Right.
He was like,
It's
what the hell?
2:15 in the morning.
Yeah, 5 minutes
I'm
of
laying
REM
down
sleep.
and my wife goes, do you think we're making a mistake by not having more kids? And I'm like, what? She goes, do you think we should have a kid? And I was like, Bunnie, that's a really heavy topic at 3 a.m. I was like, and when I come to bed, I'm a cannabis user. And by the time I come
You're
to
half
bed,
out.
Yeah.
I'm about as high as you can be.
Yeah.
You know, that's about when I know I'm going to sleep is when I reached where I'm smoking as a formality.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Where it's
Yes.
like, I'm not
And
getting
he
any
takes
higher.
melatonin.
Yeah.
Same.
And
Oh my
and I
God.
popped a melatonin.
Yeah.
I might have been on a muscle relaxer or something.
Yeah.
My teeth were getting fixed. And she's like, should we have a baby? And I was like, whoa. I was over here thinking about aliens.
He's like, right now.
Yeah.
So-
I was over here like, how did the pyramids get built?
So we
Yeah.
have
Seriously though, how?
So we have Bailey, you know, who's
Yeah.
16, who's literally about to leave for college.
Yep.
And then we have Noah, who's 7
Mm.
or 8.
Yep.
I always get
Which
it wrong.
is
He'll be 8
your-
this year.
Which is from one of his exes.
Okay.
When him and I first got together, he was getting out of a like 10-year off and on relationship, and she was already pregnant, and they decided to just have the, you know, she was 9 months pregnant,
Yeah.
so it was like,
Yeah.
we're
Yeah,
having
what are
this
you gonna
kid, and we're raising the baby. And when we first got together, like I was kind of in like I never really desired to have children, even growing
Even
up.
though
'cause
she's so maternal, it's so
Yeah.
crazy how much of a mother instinct she is. She's such a nurturer.
Yeah.
I love that. But I just really was always like, I want to be a boss. I want to have my own business,
Mhm.
and, you know, never thought about having kids.
That could be your baby.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. Aw. When we decided we were going to try to have kids, we started to go get IVF. And this was probably in like what, 2017, 2018, 2019. I went and I did the test. I don't know what the name of the test is, but it's where you get your tube. They push through to see if you can like get an egg down your tube. I've had 2 ectopic pregnancies, so I
Yeah.
have a lot of scar tissue in there.
Mhm.
And when they did this fucking test, I went by myself because I'm like, oh, I got this. You don't need to come to this, whatever. I'm
Mhm.
going to go. It was the most excruciating, painful thing I've ever fucking been through in my life. And they said, this is what childbirth feels like.
Oh no.
And so I'm literally walking to the car, like, don't even know how I'm going to fucking drive home. And I'm just hurting so bad. And I was just like, you know, maybe I don't want to do IVF because I was like, this
Yeah.
is fucking horrific.
Pregnancy scares the shit out of me.
For
Like,
sure. Me too.
Your situation is ideal to me.
Literally.
Like, I'm not kidding. Like,
Yeah.
give me them. I love
Yeah,
a kid, but
that's
like
how I
they fell
feel
into
too.
your lap.
I'm like, give me all the babies if they're not mine.
Yeah.
You know, like I'm totally fine with that. But
yeah.
and then so I think we kind of revisited the idea, and I was just like, do we really want to have kids right now? And
Yeah.
you know, Jay was like, baby, I'll do whatever you want to do. You know, and I was
Sure.
just like,
Because I feel like she came in and raised my children. Like if my wife wants a kid, I wouldn't hesitate. I'd
Yeah.
go right now.
yeah.
Plus,
Aw.
you know, practicing's a lot of fun too.
All right, who wants to be our surrogate?
Right, surrogate every time.
So if
That's-
we did have a kid, and if we did it, I would do it out of the public eye. I
Yep.
would like I'd do some Kylie Jenner type shit, like where
Yep.
I didn't announce it until the baby was born
Yep.
and stuff like that. Because the world is so intrusive. What are you guys eyeballing each other for? Who's got a surrogate?
No, it's a secret pregnancy. We'll tell you after.
Okay,
Oh,
okay,
yeah.
I can't wait.
They probably know.
I'm sure they know.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe not.
I can't wait to hear.
Yeah. So, you know, if we do go that route, it's going to be with a surrogate. And I've been tossing it back and forth a little bit more now that we're like more secure too, like in our relationship and in our family. And like, you know, when we first got together, neither one of us had a pot to piss in. You know,
Yeah.
I was making so much fucking money, but had nothing to show for it. I
Yeah.
didn't know how to fucking save money. I didn't know fucking, you know, I was just like,
Well, when
chicken
you're
with my
never
head cut
taught
off.
that, it's like you don't look at money the way that,
right.
you know, maybe
Yeah, I
I don't want to
struggled
say a
with that
sane
too.
person, but you know what I mean? Like I definitely, like I dealt with a lot of that where it's
Yeah.
like,
Or
Or
what
just
the
not
fuck?
having anybody to guide you. Like,
Yeah.
like who's going to tell you what to do with your money when nobody's ever
Absolutely.
made any money?
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
when
for
we have
sure.
no frame of reference of
Right.
what success looks like at all.
Yeah.
And then you end up with it. And then you're kind of, I think there's a thing that we were so afraid of this thing disappearing.
Mhm.
You know how that feels.
I still deal with
You know what
that, I
mean?
think.
I do
Yeah.
too a lot when I'm just like,
I hoard
man,
money now too.
Mm.
Like,
I'm off social media right now.
Yeah.
I took March off and did a wellness month for me.
I love that.
I got my teeth fixed. Just shit I've been avoiding doing for 20 years. I went to a
Yeah.
place called Onsite, which is a mental wellness resort.
Mhm.
And I stayed in the cabin with no phone for like 2 weeks and just did some heavy work. Just
Oh,
kind of
trauma.
making sure that I was
therapy.
getting my head straight with a guy named Miles Adcox.
Who's here with us? In
Yeah, who's
LA
here
right
with
now.
us now. He's like a mental health guy that's just really kind of making
Oh,
sure.
wow.
Well,
Me next.
I started realizing that as the public attention was coming in, that I knew that I have a higher purpose. And I was like, man, I just want to make sure I'm thinking about this, right? It goes back to
Yeah.
talking to people. Like, I never had a real mentor. I was like, I just want to talk to people that know more than me.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like, I just need to start getting around. Like, I realized that I was having all these conversations about God, and I don't even know one pastor.
Yep.
So, like, I met a pastor, a really cool guy named Pastor Judah and Smith, and he's been pastoring me this month. But it's been like so therapeutic, and the whole process of everything. I don't even know how I got on that tangent, really. I think I was just excited to talk about
To be honest with you, I was
my
fucking
growth.
locked in though.
I think I was talking about my growth. I was
Yeah.
excited. I've lost like 60, 70 pounds this year. So
Really? Yeah, I saw that you
We're
want to
so
do a
proud of him.
marathon.
yeah, I'm doing the 5K with Bert Kreischer and Tom
Are
Segura.
you?
Yeah, and
How amazing.
y'all are in town. You should come support me. It's a
Yeah.
big
I
deal.
fucking
We're
absolutely
We're doing
will.
it here. I think it's a little farther from here. It's
I'm such a
Pasadena,
Bert fan
technically.
too. I'm like,
Yes.
I
Oh,
would
you guys
love
will
to.
love
You'll love
him. You guys
Bert,
got to
dude.
swap on
We
each other's
really
pods.
do.
If y'all got
Yeah.
on the Bertcast, that'd be so fucking.
Oh
fun.
my
Stop!
gosh.
I would
Yeah.
fucking
Yeah,
absolutely
that would be
love
amazing.
to.
Yeah.
I would absolutely love to. I love that for you though.
Yeah.
I'm just like
Oh, but the
so-
social media thing's what I was thinking. But I'm sorry, I'm sober rarely. I mean, normally it's high,
No, you're
but I haven't been
fine.
on social media. And today was a day where like I keep asking my wife, like, "Hey, is everything going okay over there?"
Yeah, right.
Because we had a big moment last night, and I'm like,
Your
it's
speech
today-
is going viral.
And you have moments where you're like, I
They
hope
always
today,
are.
I know.
I was like, I
Pastor
hope,
J.
I hope today's not the day that people quit caring.
Yeah.
I still have that fear. Like I woke up after such a great night, and just the kid in me,
Yeah.
that insecure kid, was still like, I wonder if anybody cares. Or
I
is today the
think-
day?
I couldn't relate to that more. I think that I've spent all of my career, the last 10 years at least, where people are like, you're so driven, you're always working, and like you know what I mean? You want this, you're gonna make it work one way or another. And I don't think that I realized for a long time that the only thing that was driving that was fear.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
complete. It wasn't just like, I love to, it was fear. Like,
Yes.
like I know if this goes away tomorrow, I have nothing to fall back on. So
Yes.
it's like, and it's I don't know if it ever goes away.
Yeah.
I don't
fully.
think so because I'm the same way.
Yeah.
You know, leaving home at 14 and never having help from anybody and like
Yeah.
building what, I've built by myself and with my husband is like fucking, you just get to a point where you're like, I even told him last night, we were talking about being off of social media. And I was like, I wish I could get off social media sometimes, but I can't because
feel the
that's
same
how
way.
I've built my business,
I feel the same way.
Yeah. So I totally relate to what you just said about, doing that out of fear because
Yeah.
you're just like, okay, well, if I log off for a month, how are my fucking,
Yeah.
numbers going to look?
I had to though, man.
Yeah.
It was starting to affect my mental health.
No,
Yeah.
I was catching myself
Check
when I
in.
found
Fighting with
myself
people in the
arguing with a dude whose profile picture was Woody Harrelson.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
I struggle with
And
that
I'm
a
like,
little
There's
in
so
a
many
full
fucking
blown
trolls, though.
seven
They deserve
thread
it.
argument with him, and that's
Yeah.
not even my style. My style is like not to argue
Mm.
anyway about
Mm.
anything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I grew up in and out of the system, so
Yeah.
before I get mad enough to argue with you, I'll just get physical.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like we'll just fucking fight.
Yeah,
You know what
show
I mean?
up,
We'll
show
skip
up.
all the talking and just fist fight. You know?
100%.
So it's like, and I find myself do, and I was just like, man, I was hitting back people that in DMs.
yeah.
I struggle
know.
with that too because it's so hard for me to see something and not
Yeah.
have a reaction or like
Yeah.
response. And I was placing so much value in it, and she's like, "You cannot do that.
Yeah,
like,
you can.
Well, it's
you
a-
got to get off."
to wake up and just
you
all
need
of a
to bleep
sudden,
that. You guys got to stop giving that website so
I
much
know,
free
I know,
press.
I
know.
Yeah.
Like for real, they don't deserve it. Fuck them. Like
Yeah.
for real, don't just
For
from
real.
now on bleep that out of your podcast
It's,
because you guys are so powerful. You drive more people to it. You know,
It's-
so don't even. We don't
You're
on
right,
my
you're right.
podcast.
Oscar bleep that.
Literally
Yeah.
on my podcast, we bleep it. I do not because they love that. They relish
Yeah.
in that. You know,
The
they're
other-
like, she talked about it. She said our name on there. You know, and it's just like fuck.
Yeah,
them.
that's
They
how
don't
to
deserve
feed a
it.
troll.
the threads
Yeah.
are, it's so nutty. The other day, my best friend came and showed me that there was like this whole thread of like hundreds of people arguing for days on if my boyfriend was black or not. And I was like, first of all, he is.
Fuck.
But I was just like, dude, this guy has a private social media. Like, it is so
Yeah.
crazy that someone just dedicated like 18 hours of
No.
their 24-hour day to do this. But it is
Yeah.
like, and you want to like chime in and shit because it's like, it's so weird to fall into a world where all these people are perceiving you.
Yeah.
And
It's
you know
so
what I mean?
harmful. It's harmful what they're doing to themselves to
So
spend
malicious.
to spend that much time obsessing over people that you've never met. So toxic for them, but also it's toxic for us to have to read lies about ourselves and like
Yeah.
misperceptions. And like when I first started blowing up, that shit would bother me too. Like to the point where I threw a rock at every dog that barked. I fucking would argue and
Yeah.
like fight in the comments and stuff like that. And he would just tell me, baby, you gotta let that shit go. You
Yeah.
know, he's like, people are gonna talk about you no matter what. And I'm telling you, get off that website. The best thing I ever did was fucking delete that app from my phone.
I am. I'm going to that wellness camp.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got you.
Well, I didn't even go to that
On
wellness
site.
camp, but I'm telling you right now, fucking just get off that app. It's so detrimental to your health.
I'm telling everyone after today that y'all are our new mentors.
Yeah.
Like this. Can I just say, like, sincerely, in the history of the Canceled Podcast, this episode truly feels like so much more special than
Aw,
most. Like,
thank you.
having
It
you
doesn't.
guys.
We're choosy too. Like now, because a lot of
You
people,
have
a lot
to
of times
be.
people don't even want us to have guests because
Right.
it's just like.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I really
But this
wanted
is
to
like we
fucking
choose
talk to you
people who we
guys.
love and who like we think will be special, and you guys were amazing.
And I think that's really cool about your fans, that's a testament of what y'all built.
Mhm.
Thank you.
That they're just like, yeah, fuck a guest, kind of, you know?
Yeah, they just
Yeah.
want to hear you
Sometimes they
guys.
like it, but you know,
I
like,
told Bunnie this for years. We were talking about her going into this season. She's going to start shooting like for bigger guests
Mhm.
because I think
this
to
next
this point,
season's wild.
yeah, I
you
think to
guys.
this point, Bunnie's people just tune in because of Bunnie.
100%.
You know what I mean? It's one of those things
Absolutely.
like people just, I've told Bunnie all the time, like you could sit there and talk for an hour by yourself and I don't think you would lose a single subscriber.
100%.
You know what I
think
mean?
so
I was like,
either.
people are just
I'm
into
staying
you.
on the clips of just her every time, and then the guests too. But
I
I mean,
can't
you know
name
what I
a
mean?
guest you've had, and I've seen a million clips.
Yeah.
I
I'm
love
not
you
kidding because I
guys.
just care about what you're saying.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. I just feel like I love hearing people's story. I love stories.
Yep.
I love learning about
Same.
what makes them tick. I love the psychology of it.
Same.
I love the emotion of the ride and listening to their stories. So
Mhm.
I don't think I could ever not have a guest. I mean, I do. We do like propaganda, and I do like Q&As and stuff like that on my
Yeah.
Patreon, which is
Yeah.
huge too. You guys need to get a fucking Patreon.
I've
We've
been
been
saying,
talking about it.
bitch.
I'm like, I
didn't
feel like
wanna
we're
have too
missing
much paywall
out.
shit. So now that maybe if I'm stopping
Nope.
OF, it's
Yep,
that's the,
there you go. I have
that's definitely the way.
140,000 subscribers on Patreon. If you guys got on Patreon, you'd blow me out of the water.
Yeah.
Oh,
Literally.
wow, and it's monthly, right? So even if
Yes,
it's a
it's
dollar,
literally just like OF.
hold on.
I've been saying this to you.
I'm telling you.
Oh my god, that just made me sick to my stomach.
Bruh.
Yeah, we
Oh
have
my
to
God,
have
I'm buying a
little-
house.
We definitely have to have a convo about that. But
No,
it's
you
funny
guys
that you
hop
say
on
that you because that's why I like to have on guests. It is selfish. It's like I want to know the. I saw this TikTok the other day. I was telling her about it, but it's like when you grow up in a turbulent household, a lot of people manifest that trauma in wanting to know the psychology behind why their parents were the way they were, and that's
Mhm.
like
Or why
you know,
everybody is the way they
Yeah.
are.
yeah.
Yeah.
And that's exactly where I'm at. Like I
Yeah.
You
I-
should
I
you
love
should consider going out to on-site for a
Oh,
week.
for sure.
I would love to.
You would
Yeah.
learn so much. I learned so much.
Mhm.
Really,
It's the best
Miles
decision
is
ever
here.
made. Miles is here.
We'll give
introduce
him
y'all.
you
Y'all get
guys'
to see
I
it.
would love
He's
to.
the guy who owns it. It's
Yeah.
man, we went when we had a issue with our daughter
yeah,
about 18 months ago is how we ended up there.
yeah.
Mhm.
And right then I knew it was the real deal. And even then I was like, I'm coming back. And I set off March and went and did it. It was
Wait,
really
it's
cool.
so funny. Yesterday,
I now
to her.
understand things. I tell this story the most, but I'm sure she still mind. But something I learned was I grew up in a house where my mother never left her bedroom.
Mhm.
She struggled with mental health and drugs,
Mhm.
and she never came out of her room. She was
My
very
mother was
reclusive.
similar.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Me
my
too.
wife grew up in a household where the only place she felt safe was in her room.
Mhm.
So imagine when she's going through something in life because of the way her stepmother was to her, the only place she could hide from her was her room.
Mhm.
Bunnie retracts back to the room
Yeah,
because of my childhood triggers.
yeah,
That's
I
a trigger
take it triggers me like, what am I doing wrong? I'm trying to get my mom out of the bedroom again.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I would go into the bedroom early in our relationship and I would cause these fights that wasn't fights,
Yeah,
injecting myself into her shit, thinking I was trying to help her
yeah,
and she just needed the space. And then I took it personal.
yeah.
And it's like just little things that I learned in that community at on-site. Now it's like something that was a frequent issue in our relationship is
Mhm.
now like, if I see my wife resort back to the bedroom, you straight? Yeah. You need me to sit with you? No. Cool. I'm downstairs smoking weed. Holler if you need me. You know what I'm saying? It's like instantly.
I love that.
It's like, and I've learned so many little things like that.
It's so weird. We had this whole conversation yesterday where I was like, I really want to find a therapist or someone to help me. But I struggle with the fact that I'm so self-aware that a lot of times I go in and it's like, oh, you just need to hug your inner child. And it's like, well, no fucking shit.
Yeah,
You
no,
know, like you
more
need
than
someone.
that.
And I was like, I'm just going to wait for it to come to me. So it's funny that you,
Yeah.
You
today are
manifested it.
saying
You
that.
just put it into the
Yeah.
universe. Words are spells.
Yeah.
So whatever you put into the universe is going to come back
I
to you.
noticed that so.
Mhm.
I got a guy.
Heavily,
yeah.
I'll introduce you. He's the guy.
No, they're amazing.
It's helped-
On-site
because
has
I got to
changed
the
our
point.
lives.
Yeah, it changed our life. And I went because I was in a place where I was like, one, I found myself having these arguments, and I realized I didn't know it then, but it's because I'm making a big change in my life with my obesity,
Mhm.
and I'm sensitive.
Yeah.
Because anytime I've ever tried to change in my life because of the prison system, I was met with resistance.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
So when I'm trying to make these changes, where normally I'd see a fan comment, "I hope he doesn't die
Yeah.
soon," I see that all the time.
Really?
And I'd just be like, whatever. But when you're actually trying to change it, you're more sensitive to it.
Yes.
So it hurts your feelings a little more because you're more sensitive to it. And because I know how hard it is to make a big change in life. You know what I mean? This is a lifelong addiction I got with food that I'm fighting right now. You know what I mean? That I'm learning my way around. And that's another reason I was like, I got to get off social media, because we're in the era where whoever can say the meanest comment wins.
Yes.
And it's I feel so sickened for my daughter. I hate that she's growing up in this era.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, first thing we had to deal with was a kid down the hallway talking behind your back.
I talk about
You
this
know what I mean?
all the fucking time, that it's like, I cannot imagine what bullying in today's day and age feels like. Like back then it was like, okay, someone can say some shit, or a group of people can get together, or like you square up, you know what I mean?
for
But
sure.
like now it's like the internet, like TikToks are going viral about like kids and
Just being
like
mean.
I can't.
Just people talking shit about other people. It's the fucking weirdest shit I've ever
we're in
seen.
a place where it's cool to be mean.
Yeah.
It's just so fucking
Cool to be a
sad.
troll. It's
Yeah.
weird. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
it's
don't.
just being mean.
Yeah.
It's just it was never cool to be mean. You know?
No.
Yeah.
I saw someone say like back at, like, if you were to be in person with somebody and you saw someone like bullying somebody, everybody's natural reaction would be to like, you
Defend
know,
that person.
Defend
yeah,
that
to
person,
defend
make 'em
them.
feel
And
better, pick 'em up.
online, it's like your natural reaction is to join in on the bullying.
For sure.
Yeah.
It's so
Yeah, it's
interesting.
to like the comment.
Or to even watch.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just to
Yeah.
watch.
Just
And
to-
it's like,
it's
it's fucking nutty.
sad era, man. I was telling her that about we're talking about some shit we probably shouldn't today, but I let Bailey take the car the other day by herself to go pick something up for me. And I don't know if y'all remember when
She
you
has
were
her permit.
She has her permit. She's almost 16. I
Yeah.
think every parent did that.
Everyone's
I'm sure.
done
Yeah.
that,
Where
yeah.
their parents like, hey, I know you're not supposed to, and it kind of gives a little freedom.
And it's
Yeah.
kind of
And-
exciting. You're
Yeah,
like,
it's super. I know how excited I was when I was that age. So
Yeah.
I knew it was a big deal for her. But I told Bunnie I was sad when she left because we all have Life 360.
Best app ever.
Yeah, it's the best app ever. But it was sad for me because I was like, the first thing I did when I got that car
Yeah.
was went and picked up the friend they told me not to pick up.
Yeah.
Like, you can go to the store, but you better not go pick up John. And I went
Yeah.
straight to John's house
Yep.
and beat the door to get in, motherfucker.
Yeah.
And I was like, and she don't get to do that.
Yeah.
But
You
I
know
also
what I
had to
mean?
remind him that we don't live in the same world as we grew up in, you know?
Yeah.
Like fucking even the world 10 years ago was way cooler than it is now. The world is beautiful, life is beautiful,
Yeah.
but people are fucking way shittier now. It seems like that, or we're just more aware to it. But
Yeah.
people kidnapping, fucking all that shit.
I
so.
was just at home in Vegas for Easter, and we drove past my high school, and I got in a conversation with my best friend about how our parents like, duh, you're walking home 5 miles from school alone.
Yeah.
Fucking duh.
Yeah.
And now it's like, and
Yeah.
she was like, I can't believe they let us do that. And I was like, it was just a different fucking time.
different era.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
That's
What high
real.
school did you go to?
I went to Green Valley High School.
Okay, yeah.
Dropped out as a sophomore though.
Yeah,
so.
same. I went to Vegas High School, but yeah, dropped
Did
out.
you?
Yeah. Mhm.
That's it. I
That
feel-
is so, y'all's story is fucking weird.
It is.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
It
it's-
truly is like a mirror reflection.
Yeah.
And
I
just
love
everything
it.
with your
It's a
parents
generational
too.
thing.
It's
It's cool.
fucking crazy.
Yeah.
I would love to like really sit with you. At some, I
Yeah.
want to come on your pod,
Dude,
as
I'm
well, but
ready. Yeah.
Just sit
whenever.
with you and compare.
Let's start next season.
Well, I
We'll
was
bring you
thinking-
guys on.
Y'all should come to Tennessee and we should do some country shit if you don't want to drink. We'll go ride
I would-
four-wheelers and
Yeah.
barbecue.
Absolutely.
my dream.
Fucking-
That's like
Yeah.
all I want to do right now. Every weekend, I'm like horseback riding.
I don't know
It's
how
like,
serious
I don't
this
know.
invite is, but I'm fucking
That's so
there.
serious.
Real.
Yeah, no, it's
This
serious.
is dead serious.
Yeah,
We'll
for
ride
sure.
four-wheelers. You want to ride
Anytime
horses?
you
We'll
guys
go.
want.
They have horses on onsite. They ride.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Stop.
Yeah.
And we're
This
coming.
is like I feel like
Yeah.
a Make-A-Wish
We are
child
coming.
today.
Yeah.
I know. This is
Oh
like
my
you
God,
really don't
guys.
understand.
Thank you so much.
I love
I
that.
think it's cool that you think we're cool. For
I
what
think
it's
you're
worth.
so
That's
cool.
really
You
cool.
are.
Yeah, you do have imposter syndrome. Like you are.
Yeah.
the
We feel the same way
coolest.
about you guys.
You
So
guys
we're
are
just
the
like
fucking
yeah.
shit. And like this episode is exactly what I want out of an episode being so different. Even just everything that we've talked about. Like I said that to her, I was like, I hope that we get into the shit with them because
Yes.
it's like we don't get to do that a lot. And I think so much of what was said today is like so many people like really need to hear
Yeah.
and coming from you guys. And it's just like,
I'm
so happy.
Appreciate you
We
guys.
spent
so
so much
happy.
time tearing people down and tearing things down that we kind of, when we got together, it was to build.
Yeah. We
That's
were
kinda
shitty
what we are.
humans. We were shitty humans
we wasn't
before
good
we got
people, man.
together. And we
Yeah.
were shitty humans together the first, few years of our relationship. And when we split in 2018 and we came back together, we were like, this is make or break. We're
Mhm.
either going to fucking become better humans and
Mhm.
better the world and people that we are around, or we're just not going to be together.
But that recognition and ability to turn that around and the strength to turn that around and the drive to, because it takes work, you know
At
what I mean?
work.
Yeah.
Amen.
Is
A lot of
fucking
Amen, Tana.
is
But-
1% of people. Like it's so I just commend you.
Yeah.
So much.
Yeah, I feel like you guys have made up for it 10 times over. If you stopped right now, I feel like you would have.
No.
And you're just getting
I feel like
started.
we're not
good.
Yeah, I was like, I feel like we have so much to do still. And I'm excited
We're
about
big
it.
dreamers.
Yeah.
That's
We
what I
love
love.
to
That's one
watch
thing we
it.
do.
It's so cool and special to see, and we're obsessed with
We
you
just
guys.
can't thank you enough for coming on the Cancel
Dude,
podcast.
thank you. We'll come anytime.
Thank you for having
And
us.
we're
Just
coming
let
to
us know.
Nashville.
Tennessee,
Yeah,
baby. Come on.
We are.
come, you guys.
4-wheelers and
You guys
horseback.
got to come to the new studio. I would love to have you guys be my first guest in the new studio.
Let's- we
That'd
have
be
to do
awesome.
it. I'm fucking there. And it's in
Yeah.
Vegas. Come on, we'll go
No,
play
no,
some
no,
blackjack.
this one's in
after.
Nashville,
Okay, never
yeah.
mind. We will go to on-site
Yes,
and
yes.
heal.
Come on. We'll do an on-site week and we'll do a 4-wheeler week. It'll be
That
great.
is fucking up.
She said, never mind. We'll go to on-site and heal.
Yes, for real. For real, which
love
is
that.
a lot better than Vegas.
Yeah.
I fucking love you guys
Yeah,
so fucking
we love you
much.
guys.
Thank you so much.
Thank
I
you
feel
for
bad you guys are
coming
getting
on.
like sunburns.
No,
No,
you're
yeah.
fine.
Thank
I
you.
feel bad because the sun's like just on you guys.
No,
you're
I
fine.
would
Thank you,
literally do
guys.
anything.
Set
We
fucking
love
shit,
you.
though. Damn, we did a real pod. Y'all spent 2 fucking hours. Let's go.
know.
Yay. Thank y'all to all the canceled people. Thank you so much. For all the people that found Son of a Sinner because of Tana, I love y'all. Thank you so much.
That song ever goes streaming now.